Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hate to Pile On. I am Jonathan. Somewhere is Kyle. There he is. And this is a combination Thursday Night Football watch along and Week 6 review, Week 7 preview. It's an action packed show for us. CJ should be joining us, maybe not shortly, but eventually. And yeah, that's what we got going. The Browns just scored, right? You saw him score? All right. Dearness Johnson, who Kyle refused to pick up in fantasy this week. So I got him. Very happy. It's a quick 6 for me. We love to see it. And hopefully I'll beat Tucker this week. But Kyle, you have some bragging you want to do?
The Vikings, they went to the dirty South and they came out with a dirty win. Very proud. Right now, I'm the only one with a inner league win because I'm the GOAT. So there we go.
Yes. You won thanks to Sam Darnold being garbage.
No. Did you watch the game, sir?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, you won. We won because someone on your team wants to be a Viking very, very bad. He was the best Viking on the field.
Sam Darnold, yes, I'm aware.
No. Robbie Anderson was the best Minnesota Vikings player. He on the field.
I think he just wants us to get rid of Sam Darnold too, because like he left New York to get away from him, and then we brought him in, and he's like, "I hate this dude. Why did you bring him here?" He stayed away all off season. We had to give him like a contract extension to get him to come to show up. And then he's like, "Yeah, I still actually hate this dude though." And based on some of the throws Sam has sent him, Darnold might hate Robbie Anderson too. They clearly do not have chemistry like this. The Panthers coaching staff tried to tell us for an entire offseason. There is no chemistry. The chemistry is between DJ Moore and Sam Darnold. DJ Moore is an absolute superstar. About time people are finally recognizing that talent. Terrace Marshall Jr., I don't know what's going on with him. Joe Brady might just stink. Let's get that out.
Offensive scheme. That offensive scheme is not good. I don't know what I don't know what they're doing. What's the scheme? What is your scheme?
The scheme, let me tell you what the scheme at LSU was. The scheme was have NFL talent everywhere, all 11 positions, playing people that have maybe 5. So you're playing 11 on 5. That was the scheme at LSU. Turns out in NFL, everybody is an NFL player. It's crazy. Well, besides Cam Irving. But
yeah. Well, yes, he did pretty good. He was holding quite a bit, but
correct.
He didn't get caught. He didn't get penalized. Y'all are holding quite a bit. I watched the tape back because I was like, dang, the offensive line had held up better than I thought. That's because you're hugging Danielle Hunter to the ground, not getting flags on free sacks. But I'm not going to be that guy, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. You're an offensive lineman. You know holding's only holding if it gets called.
But when you're in the backfield getting smoked and you're hooking Danielle Hunter, you're hooking these guys, that's crazy. And then that really bad Dalvin sack that y'all called face mask on. Kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But
Sam Darnold thinks AJ Osborne is apparently really good at football.
Huh?
For some reason.
Yeah, you know, we got JJ and him in the same draft. That's wild, man.
That is.
I got 0 offensive snaps last year.
Yeah, to take a redshirt year. It happens. The same thing with Kellen Mond this year, and then next year he's going to be a superstar.
So any like big takeaways for that Panthers game that you learned?
Sam Darnold is not it. The offensive line still stinks. And this team really needs to stop winning meaningless Week 17 games so we can have Justin Herbert and Penei Sewell instead of
Derek Brown,
and I mean, I like J.C. Horn, but
Derek Brown's good, even though my boy Darisaw
he's not Justin Herbert.
You said it.
And J.C. Horn isn't a franchise left tackle.
Well, we got a franchise left tackle. Hopefully, it looks like it. We got him at 18. We traded back. We got off that one pick. We got Wyatt Davis and Mond and Darisaw all going backwards.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so as a Panther fan, how do you feel? So I haven't watched a whole bunch of Panther games, but after watching the one I did, this guy named Taylor Jr. showed up like a motherfucker. Absolutely manning our best receivers up. Manning them up. Not a joke. Manning these boys up. Playing amazing defense, right? So you have him. You drafted Horn. You traded for CJ.
Correct.
And you traded for Stephon Gilmore. What's the plan here?
Well, Horn's probably out for the rest of the year. Gilmore's probably only here for the year.
Why would y'all trade for him?
Because this franchise is dumb and the front office thinks we can win this year.
I think he resigns here. He gets to come home. He's from that area pretty much.
He also wants money, though, and
y'all have it.
We do, but Dante Jackson's also a free agent, and he's like 8 years younger.
Isn't he a safety?
No.
Oh. He's not good, then. I thought he was a safety. That's not good.
No. He is good. He's actually been our best DB this season. He was hurt a lot last year. He was really inconsistent his first 2 years and then showed like really positive steps last year, but was just hurt most of the season. He had a really lingering turf toe injury that he tried to play through and didn't play well when he did play.
No one can. No one plays through them.
Yeah, especially at corner or like receiver where you're cutting all the time off that toe. But this year he's healthy and continuing to show the progression he showed last year. He's been balling out. He's been our best DB like this season. So I would rather pay him than Gilmore. But also, like AJ Boye has 1 year left. We could probably trade him or cut him.
That man was all over the field Sunday. That man was making all the plays.
We're like 6 deep at corner, though.
Yeah, what do you do with that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a first round. You have 2 first rounders. If you re-sign dude that you're talking about, or you re-sign whatever, and if what is his name? Keith Taylor Jr. Is that his name?
Yeah.
If he is, bro, if he's manning up Adam Thielen and JJ, that's something. That's not nothing.
No, but this is like the first time this season like he's played up to that talent. Like he's been all right, but he hasn't been like a full-time player.
Yeah, so you can't hold these like half games. You know how it feels when you come in late and you have to like.
We have to see if this was just like a 1 game.
True, but what's the plan?
I mean, I guess you see if he can play the rest of the season like this well. JC's going to come back, probably not this year, probably next year.
Mm-hmm. CJ's already missing games. He's hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he was hurt when we traded for him. He had a groin injury, I think.
I feel like CJ is a trade bust. I don't think he's a bust as a player, but I feel he doesn't fit. He's the one that doesn't fit to me.
I mean, he does fit. It just like when they made that trade, they said like this isn't to help us now. This is like for the future. They view him as like a developmental corner,
which is fine. He has all the traits. He doesn't like to tackle. It's his biggest knock, and it didn't look like that last year.
Correct. Like coming out of Florida, he was really good in coverage. Like that was his thing. Like he might have been the best corner, or well, him or Okudah. Like they were both really good in coverage. Okudah not so much in the NFL. CJ Henderson's been iffy in the NFL, but not interested in running.
He was hurt. So he was hurt all year last year.
He was, and he tried to play through it, but
that's where he went wrong. But
yeah, I mean, you're a first-round pick. Like it's hard to not play.
Shut it down, yeah.
But yeah, so we got currently this season we have Keith Taylor Jr., C.J. Henderson, Dante Jackson, A.J. Boye, Stephon Gilmore, who might be ready to play this week. He might.
He probably will be, right? Because wasn't that a big move about him being like money-wise is why he was wanting his contract, and that's why they put him on there.
What?
I thought the reason they put him on IR was because, like, they didn't want to pay him.
No, he was on the PUP list. Like he was legit.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like,
he reported and then they put him on the PUP, right?
Yeah, but like he didn't pass his physical. That's why they put him on PUP.
Oh, okay. He had that knee injury or foot injury?
Yeah. And like he's still like I think he was a limited participant today. Like all he did was work on the side.
And then Abdullah, he returned a kick for 47 yards against y'all, and now he's on your team. So that's cool.
Who?
Amir Abdullah. Y'all signed him.
Yeah, we just signed him today.
Yeah, he got a 47-yard return on y'all, and then y'all signed him. That's cool. I'm gonna miss him, but hopefully it's wings out for Kane.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely need help in the return game. Our return game is not great.
And he's a good scat back. Like he's pretty good at that.
I mean, yeah, he is. We cut our like best pass catching back that we had.
Who was it?
Rodney Smith.
We
called him up from the practice squad twice. He made the active roster because we called him up twice, and then we cut him. We were actually like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks.
Wait a minute.
Did you see that catch?
Yeah. Is Browns? The Browns are 3-3. Are they a better 3-3 team than us?
Yes.
Rank the best 3-3 teams.
The Panthers are at the bottom. I know that.
I think it goes Chiefs, Vikings, but now I want to say the Browns are better than us. So I would say the Chiefs, the Browns, the Vikings. But we should have beat the Cardinals. It sucks. We definitely should have beat the Cardinals.
Who else is 3-3?
Who is, dude?
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's bad.
Yeah, we're better than them.
Denver's
up and down.
They're
every game. Oh, I have Sutton in every game this week, bro. Oh, I forgot about that.
Kansas City's they're the number 1 3-3 team. Let's see.
These teams.
You guys might be 2.
Let me send you a tweet.
Let's see. The Bears.
I just sent you a tweet.
Might be worse than us. The Steelers are worse than us. You guys won, so I guess you're better. Denver. I would say Denver's worse than you, probably about on equal footing with us. And then, yeah, Kansas City's definitely better. And I would say the Browns are better if they had a quarterback. Love to see how Keenum plays, but I think Baker stinks. So Keenum might be an upgrade.
Oh, I think he is. I think Baker stinks. If Kirk was playing against us on that Browns team, they would have beat us by 40. They would have drug us through the dirt. Are the Dolphins in tank mode this year?
They can't be. They don't have their first-round pick.
Yeah, the Niners do? No, the Eagles do?
The Eagles have their first-round pick.
Yeah, but they have to move shit.
They have to move Tua to get the first-round picks to trade for Deshaun. Because they traded their first-round pick instead of the 49ers' first-round pick to the Eagles, thinking that they would be better than the 49ers. Yeah.
The worst. Yes, but like
they would have a better season, therefore a worse draft pick than the 49ers. And that's not the case. They actually are on pace to have the second overall pick, which will be going to the Eagles. So now I think their projected pick right now is the 13th pick from the 49ers. And the Texans are not going to trade Deshaun Watson for the 13th overall pick.
I think you trade him for whatever, bro. It doesn't even matter anymore. He's clearly never playing again.
They turned down 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a player.
That was a long time. That was a long time ago.
That was after like allegations started coming out.
Yeah, is it after he was sitting on the bench for 6 games for $30 million?
No, I think that was after the first 2 allegations.
Oh, okay.
There's been 20 more since then.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I don't care how rich you are. Writing a check to someone who's literally not even dressing will make you sick. Let's be honest. What I would do is trade him for whatever, right? And I say whatever. Obviously, a first-round pick and some change, right? And then you go, but no takesy-backsies.
Yeah, obviously, like whatever team is trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. So the Eagles have been mentioned. The Dolphins have been mentioned. The Broncos were at one point. I'm pretty sure it's just the Eagles and Dolphins at this point. And the Panthers would be interested if he was cleared of all charges, but that isn't going to happen. So basically, Dolphins or Eagles. And the Eagles have the Dolphins pick, which is going to be top 5. So advantage Eagles. But
the Dolphins, like, so the rumor is, and I just sent you that. If you look at that tweet I sent you, is they're going to start shopping players for picks.
I see that. Chiefs, Packers, Bucks, Vikings, Cardinals, Browns, Raiders interested. Yeah, I mean, Xavier Howard is really good. But he wants more money, and he's already like the 3rd highest paid corner in the league.
But they already gave him – the money's already locked, though. I'd say locked, but they gave him more money. So
they gave him more money this year. He wants a bigger contract. He wants to be the number 1 paid corner in the league. The problem is they just made him gave him the contract that made him the currently 3rd highest paid corner like a season ago.
Well, he's not better than Ramsey. I don't care what anyone says.
He's not.
Ramsey's better than him. He's not.
He's better than Byron Jones, who is currently getting more money than him because Byron Jones was a free agent after him.
What is it? Over the cap? What is the
Spot Track and Over the Cap? Yeah. Spot Track or Spot Track? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Spot Track or whatever. But the Vikings have like no cornerbacks on their roster next year.
You got Cam Dantzler.
And Cam Dantzler and Chris Boyd. Unless Patrick Peterson wants to take a discount because he's been locked down this year. Absolutely locked. He's probably the most disrespected corner this year in the league because they're not even throwing at him. They're not even throwing the ball at him. At all. guy's just playing on an island by himself. Like, he doesn't even get to play football.
Yeah, is Dancer the only corner you have under contract?
Chris Boyd maybe, and then Harrison Hand, who doesn't play. Mackenzie Alexander may have got a 1 year, but I feel
Hand played safety for you though, right?
Huh?
Wasn't Hand playing safety for you?
For like 1 day. He's our backup nickel, but I don't think he'll ever play nickel in a game. Let's look at DBs. And he is the 10th paid DB. Justin Smith, Harrison Smith, Byron Jones, Tardarius White, which all Marlon Humphreys is. Yeah. Dude's getting – hold on. Jalen Hurts is getting $20 million a year?
Yeah.
It's so funny that we just gave this dude more money. He's not even a top 10 edge rusher, like pay-wise.
Who?
Daniel Hunter. Robert Quinn is paid more. Brian O'Neill is getting paid.
Lattimore just signed his contract like 3 weeks ago. So he's number 2 now. Xavier's number 5.
Yeah, but in DBs, there's Jamal Adams, which is overpaid. Slay is making a shit ton of money. Byron Jones making 16. Harrison Smith is old. Justin Simmons is old. Xavier Howard.
The thing that pissed off Xavier Howard is that they paid Byron Jones more than him.
Yeah.
And when they did that, he like started holding out. But it was like, dude, they just paid you like 6 months ago. Like, you can't hold out. You're getting paid $15 million a year. Like, even if you think that's an underpay, like, you just signed this contract. Like, less.
Are cornerbacks not getting paid right now? Bro, what am I looking at?
I don't know.
Okuda is like the fucking.
Oh, yeah, because Okuda was the 3rd pick. So, yeah, he's getting paid a lot.
He's like the 19th guy. That's still
like
a lot.
Saquon Barkley's like top 4, I think, for running backs.
CJ Henderson's getting paid, but Xavier Rhodes. Vikings paying Patrick Peterson $8 million. Dolphins paying Noah whatever. This man doesn't even play. Tyson Campbell. So Tyson Campbell pretty much beat CJ Henderson, right? Campbell.
Yeah.
Trayvon Mullins. I don't know who Levi Wallace is.
You think it's the Jags roster now?
Huh? Yeah, I'm looking at cornerbacks over the cap. Troy Pride Jr. is getting $4 million.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, it's like overall $4 million. He's like $1 million this year. Rashad Melvin is getting $1 million. I don't know who that is.
He's one of our corners.
You see my boy Caleb tore his shit done.
Caleb who?
Caleb Farley tore his ACL.
Yeah, I did see that.
Stanley Thomas Oliver. I didn't know he was a cornerback.
He is. He's from Florida International.
Miles Hartfield. He's getting $2 million.
He's ooh. You say you have Cortland Sutton in a couple leagues?
Yeah, I have Sutton.
Watch this catch.
He's back, huh? Oh my god.
You see the catch?
Yeah, Sutton's a stud, bro.
He's
like my size thing. Like him, I should like Marvin Jones Jr. because he just fits my like stereotypical like wide receiver. I just don't.
He's
like him.
old though. That's why you don't like him.
Probably. I don't like old people either. But I wanted what's his face to be so good and he does not. Chark. Such a big Chark fan.
He was good last year. Urban doesn't know how to use him.
Urban doesn't know how to coach football.
Correct.
Even though that you see that stat that we're like chatting up right now, but I think I'm playing Javonte Williams too. I almost played Michael Carter, but I'm afraid to because of Ty Johnson.
I think that's like a – I don't even know if it's a 50-50 split because Tevin Coleman's still there.
Yeah. I don't even see your boy on here.
Who?
Or
JC?
No, hold on. Oh, fuck. Ty Smith getting $293. Perry Nickerson. That's so funny. Chris Boyd getting the $8. DeMarcus AC towards ACL. Dalton Reisner.
Where is DeMarcus AC? The Chiefs?
Who?
DeMarcus AC?
DeMarcus AC is the Steelers, but he tore his ACL in camp. Apparently, he was like winning the battle too. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, he's good. I remember we both liked him in the draft.
Yeah, he just went undrafted, and no one even brought him into practice because of fucking.
I thought he was with the Chiefs at one point. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, 49ers.
Maybe it was the 49ers.
Friends. How many of us have them?
Friends. Oh, there he is.
What's up?
What's up?
How you feel about your week, buddy?
How feel about what?
Your week. We talked about us, I'm the only one with a win in the group. So how do you feel about your football team?
Real football team or fantasy?
Real football team. I don't care about no fantasy.
Oh yeah, because I just beat you last week.
I don't even have the app. I don't even have the app on my phone.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, man. I'll say that too if I was losing. So look, I hate this football team. I really do. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I was overly optimistic, right? Of course, as every football fan is when they first, in the off season, I think we all had the optimism
coming. And his name is Tua Tagovailoa.
No, that's not optimism.
Y'all are a quarterback away.
We got pieces. I just don't believe in the staff and the people that we got in the organization, especially Jack Del Rio, which is crazy saying that because of the fact that I was on Scott Turner's ass. Scott Turner didn't have a great game last week calling against the Chiefs. But I don't know. We have a lot of good pieces. We're pretty nicked up at wide. Ooh, Jesus, Teddy stinks. We're pretty nicked up in wide receiver. They finally converted Landon Collins to a linebacker. Ron called that he's a downhill linebacker, which they've been talking about this for a while now, which it makes the most sense. They're slowly starting to figure out on defense. Pressure's getting better, but it's what's up?
Who replaced him at safety?
They've been putting more Bobby. Like Cam Curl's finally playing more. Like it's Cam Curl who's playing more strong, and then they've been putting Bobby at free. But I don't like Bobby in the slot at all. He's not great in the slot. I wouldn't be mad at like Kendall go to free safety, but if we had Jimmy Moreland,
who's playing corner if you put him at free?
It's gonna be Brandon Jackson and Juice.
Brandon Jackson?
That what? William Jackson the third.
Oh, William Jackson.
That's what I meant. which I mean he's been. But the thing is, he hasn't been performing great. But the biggest reason why he hasn't been performing great is because we're playing him out of what he does best, is play man coverage.
Correct.
And we've been playing more zone with him. And so, like, that's the thing, because Juice is a better. I think Juice is a better zone corner than man to man. I think, but he also plays more timid too, and he's getting more. He's getting better slowly. But he's one of those corners who just, I don't know. He's more timid, but he's been taking his lumps though, and I think he's going to be pretty decent for us. I like a lot of our pieces. Jamin Davis is starting to perform a lot better now that he's getting more playing time because of the injuries. He had 11 tackles last game, which is good. This is what you want to see. Once he gets more comfortable with the game. I don't know. I don't like our offense is. I don't know. I just don't like my team. I don't like my team at all right now. We're not playing great.
Running back is playing with a broken leg.
He has a hairline fracture with his shin.
He has a broken leg.
It's a hairline fracture.
This is more classic Ron Rivera. Playing a player with a broken leg. I thought Ryan Vermillion was gone. I thought he was in jail.
No, he's just out of the building. I mean, he wants to play. It's a pain tolerance thing. So
that's what they said about Cam Newton for years when they ran him into the ground. Ron Rivera and Ryan Vermillion are going to prison for being terrible people and playing injured people. Like, these players should not be on the field. My laptop's about to die if I can't get this charger. There we go.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like our team's just big. It's not even the worst banged up it's been, but it's still like. Wait, is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt not playing this week?
Correct.
What the fuck?
How do neither of you know this? I guess it makes sense. That's how I got Ernest Johnson in our league, but this is big news, people.
Dude, I've been so out of the loop.
And you call yourself a Chubb fan.
Dude, I've been going to bed at like 10 o'clock every night this week, so I don't even like.
Oh, that's John Kelly. They just signed him.
Yeah, who is that old man? That man looked like Stump Mitchell. That man looked crazy.
That's the running back coach.
That beard is wild.
He was with the Cardinals when David Johnson went ham.
Yeah.
And then he left.
So he got the
the juice. He had David Johnson, but he also might have injury juju with him. Because David Johnson, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb right now.
Chubby.
Stump Mitchell makes every running back a top 5 running back, but then also gets them hurt.
How come y'all played Michael Jordan, or how come y'all signed Michael Jordan and didn't play him? Sad.
Because, again, we view him as a developmental piece, kind of like C.J. Henderson, but
Michael Jordan, man.
More so.
I saw what's the guy from the XFL played last week? Got the punt touchdown. You know what I'm talking about?
The punt?
Safety. He played in the XFL. He got drafted. Yeah.
I thought you meant a.
Oh, did he really?
I saw like a story.
The block punt.
Hold on, he's on your team.
Yeah, he did not score, right?
He's the one who like skipped college, right? Because he kind of had to.
Yeah, he got like kicked out of West Virginia and went to the XFL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on our roster.
He stink or something?
He just got called up from the practice squad last week.
Yeah, he's been on the practice squad last year and then just got called up this week officially once we put Zylstra on injured reserve.
What happened?
But one thing that I am happy about.
I think it's a hamstring.
One thing I'm happy about is people are finally starting to call out Ron Rivera. You couldn't call out Ron Rivera last year because
I've been calling this man out for years. He stinks.
You have. But no one in the Washington media or fan base is like, just trust in Ron. And Ron, we trust. I'm like, I don't know about that, big dog.
What don't you like about it? What don't you like about it?
He's not.
Yes, good for him. He finally got his first win that wasn't off the back of Cam Newton.
Your offense sucks. Like, what do you want him to do?
To our offense?
Yeah. You have no quarterback. Your quarterbacks fucking stink. The crime is y'all went into the season with this quarterback room. Signing Fritz was tanking. You can't.
That was a terrible decision in the first place. I mean, they couldn't find anybody, and they knew, like they literally, he admitted that, yeah, we know that this is not the best fit, but we're just going to ride with it anyway.
Yeah, that's known tanking. There's no one on the roster. It just, you can't. It was at the Taylor Heineke playoff game, and y'all got fucked because he played well. Your fan base were going to boo you if you fucking didn't go with him. He stinks. The guy sucks. Period. He had a game where there was no one else to play. You had a crazy your offense was crazy. And okay, he had a game where the Bucs thought they were gonna walk in and beat the shit out of you. Okay. That was the problem.
The problem is the fact that it's not knowing how to coach.
What do you want him to do?
Like, you literally are building pieces
let me
for the future.
Usually,
like, the defense should be.
Rants, you're not here. It's just me and CJ. Ron Rivera has never been a good coach, ever. The only time the Panthers were good, Sean McDermott was his defensive coordinator. Sean McDermott turned around the Bills, almost the Bulls, in like 2 years. Sean McDermott and Cam Newton were the reason Ron Rivera was ever looked at as anything more than an average coach. He is strictly like a player's coach. He's a motivator. That's all he does. Okay. He's not a teacher. He's not an evaluator. He's not a developer. Literally all he does is motivate people to go out there and play through injuries that they have no reason to play through. That's Ron Rivera.
He has very questionable decision making. Well, I would say question. It's very terrible.
So my problem is you're saying these things that you could say about any coach, right? But then you're not telling me like why you think that. If you can tell me why you think that, we can have this.
Why do you think he's a good coach? Tell me that.
I never said I'm saying that I can't say that he's a bad coach in this situation.
He's a bad coach because since Sean McDermott left him, he has.
No. I think the GM was bad. The GM was bad. It happens in every team, right? So you get someone who's a star and you try to make him do it less so that you can pay money somewhere else, right? If you pay a quarterback, you can't pay a receiver, right? Normal situation. If you pay a quarterback, you try to get away with getting dog shit and him elevating the dog shit. That's what happens, right? You get a stud linebacker, the rest of the linebackers aren't that good. You get a stud defensive lineman, maybe they help each other out. Maybe you help develop another one. You don't get these weapons all over the place. And so that happens all the time. That's a GM thing. The GM not picking receivers, not picking this, not picking that. That's the Panthers' problem. They had no fucking weapons. That's the Panthers' problem.
That was an issue, and that's why Cam had to go crazy for the MVP season.
Yeah,
but after the MVP season,
that's a GM thing. That's a GM thing.
When he hurt his shoulder and Ron Rivera played him because he didn't want to play Kyle Allen and Will Grier because he knew they were bad and knew he was coaching for his job.
Do you think he didn't talk to Cam?
Of course, Cam Newton wants to play. He's a competitor. He wants to play.
It's not the head coach's job. It really isn't. It's not the head coach's job to say that he can't play. It's the medical staff.
It's both of them.
It's the medical staff.
Protect him from himself.
I disagree. The medical staff comes to you
from San Diego.
The medical staff. Okay, I agree. But that's a GM.
He brought them with him to Washington when he went to Washington. This is his guy, his handpicked guy.
Yep, and that's a GM problem.
No, that's Ron Rivera's problem.
Yes, but if the GM's doing the hiring, that's a GM problem.
The GM doesn't hire the coach, the training staff.
They do. They're in charge of hiring. Period. Yes, you bring in your guys, but if I'm a GM, I'm not letting this guy come in.
That's the thing.
The GM doesn't do that.
Ron Rivera had to say in our hiring of the staff because we had our GM because like Ron Rivera picked the GM the second year he was there. So he has more say in.
Yeah, Dan Snyder sucks. We can move on to that, but we're talking about Ron Rivera.
Work with people who he's worked with before.
Yeah, and that is a problem.
Which is his big fault. That is his fault. He rides and dies with his guys, even though if they stink.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you that one. That one, that's a bad thing. But okay. So what is if you had to go? What's the most important position in football?
Quarterback.
You don't have one. Okay. So what plays do you want him to call? The one where he overthrows a top 5 receiver, or the one where he gets strip sacked? Like, which one do you want him to call? Go ahead. You pick it.
There's so many teams, the Browns, the 49ers that play with bad quarterback play, and you can get around with them.
Nope. The Browns have the best roster in the NFL. Period. The best roster. They have the best offensive line, probably a 4th best wide receiver core, a top 5 tight end core, the best defensive line in the league. The linebackers are probably their weakest spot, but technically not really. Their safeties and DBs are fucking immaculate. What do you want? They have the best offensive line in the league. They have the best running backs in the system, and they have a great coach who is running a scheme that makes quarterbacks who are not good look better.
And that's the point.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about specifically offensive. If you know that you're going to have a less than par quarterback, then what do? You build around him, yes. Then you also you use stuff that you can utilize his talents and not stress things that you need to actually do outside of his means.
One thing that I think Ron is doing, and it feels like it, but I'm not in the building, so I can't say it. And he feels like he's doing the old school coach mentality where he's not playing people that should because they don't do the right thing. That's what it feels like. Or they're not old enough, or they're not. That's what he feels like. There's no way that you should be taking AG out of the game, no matter what it is.
He got hurt.
He has a broken leg.
I watched the first 3 games where he just taking him out, not injured. The guy's not seeing the field, and they're letting another back run the ball when he's not as good.
Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been doing that, like, because his rookie year, they didn't even give him a third down. He is hurt, yes, but I'm saying they've been doing that with JD because they want him a third down.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the last couple weeks, like the last 3 weeks. I know that he's been on the injury report because he don't like.
Definitely, like all last season, they was doing that because JD they want him as a third down back. They even give him the passing.
There is something wrong with that. I'll give you that. There's something that's a coaching issue. That's his problem. That is wrong. But I don't understand. So now is he a defensive coach or an offensive coach?
He's a defensive coach.
Okay. I will blame this defense has the y'all don't have linebackers. I don't know how Jamar's playing or the one y'all drafted. I fucked his name up. I'm pretty sure.
Jamin Davis. He hasn't played a lot early, but since Boston got hurt, he's been playing well. He had 11 tackles last week. He's getting better.
Y'all played really well against. Y'all played really well against a Chiefs offense that is good and was showing out. But so I'll give you that.
The thing is, we're not playing to our strengths on defense in terms of having corners. Like William Jackson has been looking terrible this season because they've been putting more in zone than versus man-to-man that he's excelled at in Cincinnati. Right? So it's like playing guys that like out of position, and especially the safety rotation that we've been having, trying to force people to play here. They're not really using them the way we should.
That's a Landon Collins problem. That's what is happening. They're trying to fit Landon Collins into the defense instead of fitting the defense.
You want me to tell you why that is, Kyle?
Yeah.
Because Ron Rivera hates young players and loves vets.
Oh no, it's very noticeable. It's very noticeable, and that's why I'm.
He had Brian Burns playing punt gunner.
Yeah, that's a Viking. That's a Coach Zim thing, right? 100%.
No, that's a Ron thing. Ron has.
Yeah, but I'm saying I understand that, but like I don't like. I think that the problem is that you went into this year with no plan. If your quarterback plan is Fritz Magic, you're giving up on the year.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was definitely dumb. It was definitely trying to see what left of the tank you could get from head coach.
I doubt that.
Wait, what was that?
That team got behind him, and it's very clear that they got behind him.
Fitzpatrick or Heineke?
Yes, players love him, but he stinks.
Okay. that means that you need to bring in some like Coach Zim, motherfucker, can't coach offense. He don't want to, but he's not. He's the number one third down defense for like the 10th year in a row. The motherfucker played with nobodies last year, and he was the number
one.
Zim
hire the offensive staff?
Yeah,
and he's done a pretty good job at it, right?
Yeah, mostly.
You know who hasn't done a very good job at it? Ron Rivera. You know why he hasn't done a good job? He only hires people he's worked with before.
Who is the offensive coordinator in
Scott Turner?
Scott Turner, who was like the tight end or quarterback coach before he was the OC for like 4 years.
He's Norv Turner's son.
Yeah, after they fired him, right? They fired Norv.
They fired Norv in Carolina, who Ron hired in Carolina because he worked with in San Diego.
And Vikings. Well, Ron didn't work with the Vikings.
Ron didn't work with the Vikings. They worked together in San Diego. So when Ron got the job with the Panthers, he hired Norv when he became available. Norv got fired. He replaced him with his son, Scott, who was the quarterback's coach. They got fired.
How do you fire the dad and leave the son? That's the same scheme.
Exactly.
That's pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't try to fix things. He makes, like, obviously it's going to be the same scheme. But, like, he had to make a change. So instead of actually making a change, he just let Norv go and replaced him with Scott.
That's pretty bad. I'll give you that one.
I think his coaching style is loyalty, right? And he tries to be loyal to guys and give him
coaching style is thinking.
Oh, for sure.
Last year with the Panthers, he demoted our defensive coordinator and he took over the defense. And the defense got worse.
You can't. So that's a two-sided thing. Either yes, he's calling bad shit, or two, the defense gives up on, once, if you know what I mean? So they don't buy in, then you're going to get worse. If you sell out instead of buying in when they change the code.
Yeah, they sell out. They know that he's like coaching for his job at this point.
Yeah.
Which he was, but he wasn't coaching well, and he got fired as a result.
My big gripe with him is that fact that he does have more control with the roster, and he's playing that more conservative approach.
Is very conservative,
and so I'm like,
disgustingly so.
And I guess I have to wait and see, but like, I don't know. Like they made decent deals, right? But I don't know with what you're building from last year, because it's funny though too. One thing he said, we want to take what the Buffalo Bills did to building the team. So you literally want to do what your coordinator
live off of Sean McDermott.
Exactly. So I don't know.
Fitzpatrick's back, right?
No, not. What week is this? He actually might be back in like 1 or 2.
I just read from 2 days ago that he's going to stick with Taylor Heinicke at quarterback. But so watching the 3 Washington football team games I watched the opener because I thought Fitzpatrick would push the ball down the field. The motherfucker would not do it, and that's what he's known for. The fucker wouldn't throw it. I'm sorry for my language. It bothers me that they brought in some guy who is known for fuck it, chuck it football, and the guy just held onto the ball, and that's why Taylor came in and looked better because he has a really good talented wide receiver out there. And he was throwing it to him. And it was not good passes, but it was throwing it. You throw to a good receiver, he's going to fucking catch it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how that works. Like, how do you have this guy who's good? Or I say good, I fucked that up. But you bring in the guy who's known for chucking the ball, and he doesn't throw it.
Because, again, Ron Rivera is an extremely conservative coach, and he doesn't want those shots.
How do you let Taylor chuck it?
Because they have to. The defense is not as good as he thought it was going to be because he's not a good coach. How are you a defensive coach and your defense is your worst unit?
He started chucking because we were behind in games. So you got to –
the defense can't hold up.
He was chucking it against the Giants on Thursday night, and they all weren't. That was a good game, like close game, and he was just chucking that shit. Over receivers' heads. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he didn't
that's
look,
your problem. Good.
Yeah, quarterback is definitely our problem, but coaching is right now.
I can see it, but I don't think there's an answer for your team. when you're not like your quarterback is just not good, and it's not even like he's good, like he's suitable. The guy should probably be on a practice squad.
Yeah, I mean he's a quality. He'll be a backup for sure. Like, he's a backup guy who can hold a clipboard.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that.
He's not a long-term starting quarterback. That's agreed. We can agree on that.
And I just feel like the coaching staff, I will blame that on the coaching staff. Coming into the season with him as your guy, or not even as him, but as him as your backup, not good. Like, that's like throwing your season away. Like, people bring in Fitz because they want to tank.
That is true. But that's the thing. That's what typical teams do. But Ron thought he could win with Fitz because of what he did.
But why would so
that's what I'm asking. That's literally why I'm asking.
Why would you tank with that roster?
They're not tanking.
They're not tanking.
I know. But you bring in Fritz, who is a tanker. Like Ron
Rivera has the same issue the Panthers do right now, which is they both think they're way better than they are. Ron Rivera thinks he's a good enough coach to win with this defense and the run game. He thinks it doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
Yeah,
because he thinks that defense will be the best defense in the league and they'll have the best rushing attack in the league. Neither of which are anywhere close to being true.
You're running like some fucking pop power scheme that doesn't work in the NFL. You have a zone blocking right tackle. Huh?
Fucking Eric Corral. Bullshit.
Yeah, you have a left tackle that I don't know who it is. The Bears guy? Yeah. Left guard, who is it?
Who's playing left guard? Wes Martin. No. Eric Flowers, excuse me.
Oh, yeah. So a power guy, two power guys. Then you have a power center. A gap. Let's call it gap so I don't sound stupid. You have three gap players. Then I don't know who your right tackle is the power gap guy, right? Probably one of the best in the league. And then you have a zone blocking right tackle.
No, their right tackle is Cosme, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's zone. That guy's a wide zone. That's a wide zone tackle. 100%.
You just said he was a gap guy.
No, I'm saying the right guard. The right guard is Brandon Sheriff
is Wes Schweitzer right now.
Sheriff's hurt.
Is he really?
Is he out for the
season?
Cosme's hurt.
Cosme and Sheriff are hurt.
How long are they hurt for? Like, is there a timetable?
They've been out for at least a couple weeks now.
I know Sheriff got hurt like week 3, week 4.
I think it's a knee with Sheriff.
Yeah,
I think it's an ankle with. It's an ankle or knee for Cosme.
Who's playing right now? Cornelius Lucas or Sadiq?
They kept switching them back and forth.
Imagine paying a guard $18 million. Imagine playing a guard $18 million. The guy doesn't play. Imagine that.
Yeah, he's got it here. Fuck him. And he could have signed the bag. We wanted to offer him money too. What do you want to do?
That's the front of, dude. Whoever the money people is for Washington are terrible. You think you can tag someone? Or you think you can get them to sign something more than a tag? That happens. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. They're trying to get them to sign less than the tag.
Yeah, Eric Stouffer, I think is his name. He's been stingy with the contracts, but he's signed some good deals with Kendall and with William. Like, I think
when they're not close,
to get like 10 a year.
You can't let them get to the end of their contract and be like, "What's on a deal, man?" You can't do that.
Well, no, they tried to re-sign him, but he didn't want to.
When did you try to re-sign Sheriff? Last year,
2 years ago.
The first time you tagged him.
Before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why we tagged him, because he knew.
Yeah, so he tried to, like, he knew what the value of the tag was, and he was not going to sign a long-term contract for less per year than the tag. So you tagged him, then you're to tag him again this year and pay him
$18 million.
Yeah, I think it's 1.25 times the value of the tag the year before.
That's what happened to Kirk.
His price per year has gone up that same percentage that the tag increased by tagging him a second year, and you still tried to offer him less than the tag. Like, if you knew year one he wasn't going to sign for less per year than the tag, why would you think he's going to do it so for the second tag?
Yeah, and yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. That's super bad. Like team building, that's so bad, so bad.
So now he's going to walk next year, and at best, you're going to get a third-round comp pick. If he can come back this season and like be healthy, if he's out all year, like for the year, you might only get like a fifth-round comp pick for him because you might have to sign a cheap 1-year prove-it deal somewhere.
Prove it, but like a heel deal.
Yeah, probably like incentive-based.
Yeah,
but you probably won't get a third-round pick for him if he doesn't come back healthy this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been missing a lot of fucking games anyway. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why? I would have let him walk, bro. Like, what did he really have for you?
Or trade him.
His trade value is dog shit. You would have to trade him to a team.
You'd have to trade him like 2 years ago.
You had to trade him to a team.
Traded him on the tag before he signed it.
Yeah, but he's still going to want the money from his tag unless he goes to a dream position.
But, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. So you tag him. You say, look, we want you to play for us. If you don't want to
what do you get? You get nothing for him. That's I think you're right. You're right, right? You got to get rid of him, right? But you tag him.
You could have got a third-round pick for him.
Not for $18 million. Who the fuck is paying that? That needs a guard.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure we offered him 17.
But that's the thing. The tag is 18. And you knew after last year he was not signing a long-term deal for less per year than the tag.
So you could have bonused that bitch up. You should have gave him 1 year and then bonused that bitch up and pushed it down the hole. Every owner, you can't tell me that every owner in the NFL knew this money was coming. If you look at these deals that they were signing, they knew the money was coming. They knew it was coming, bro. Some of these people were getting deals that didn't make any fucking sense, right? At all. COVID hurt it for like a year. But they knew the money. Look what Dallas did. Dallas said, oh, I know. Because he got TV deals. So you're telling me these owners don't know? They definitely
Well, Dallas would have known. They would have signed Dak earlier. So that's not a good excuse. That's not a good one.
No, Dallas got a deal on Dak, bro. He's making like he has a shorter contract than Patrick, and it's a better contract for the player. They got fucked.
I mean, yeah, everybody got a shorter contract than Patrick. I mean, they pay him out what, $175 in the first 6 months.
Yeah, but that money's nothing. So the Cowboys looked at that and said, "Hell yeah, let's do it."
He got 4 years, $160 million, so 40 per year.
Yeah,
but he can also sign another deal in 2025 when that new deal money comes in.
I'm saying, like
that was part of the reasons why Dak's negotiations went so long. Was Cowboys wanted to lock him up for like 5-6 years. He only wanted 3 to 4.
He's Kirk Cousins in that bitch, so he gets another contract.
Yeah, because
he want that fully guaranteed. He trying to get that NBA money.
No, if you look, Kirk. Listen, take Kirk out of it, his play out of it. He is the best contract guy in the NFL. He sets himself to get paid exactly when the league shoots up every time.
It's definitely smart. He's got really good structured contracts.
Yeah.
He takes less money, but it's like fully guaranteed. So it's
he
just
does not take less money.
Well, I'm saying because you could have signed for like 4 years for like say 200, right? But then it's like
no, he signed
you get this much guaranteed
he
versus
took 86 guaranteed over 90 from the Jets. Not guaranteed. He was going to die on the Jets. So he's not going to get that money. 2, there's no weapons. He's never going to get another contract. His career was cooked. So anyone who acts like him turning on the Jets thing is dumb. That was a horrible. He in the documentary said that he just needs the Vikings to up the money. I'm waiting for the Vikings to up the money. The Jets offered me this, and he showed it to the Vikings that day. He's like, "Hey, you see this? Way better." So his Mike McCarthy is his agent, best agent in the league. I wonder what his contract next year is going to be. It's going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be absolutely insane.
It's probably only going to be like a 3-year deal, though.
It's going to be. That's what he does. He's going to do a 3-year, and it's going to be maximum amount of what he can take. He'll
It's going to be like
6.
It's going to be like 3 years, 150. I bet.
Yeah, something nuts, dude.
But is he going to get it from the Vikings?
The only way he doesn't is we blow it up next year. But Vikings fans are like back and forth. I know y'all probably don't care, but Vikings fans are back and forth. And I say, like, do you want to waste Justin Jefferson when his contract is the best? It's his time to. It's your time right now to go make a team before he gets paid $20 million a year. And you better fucking pay him.
That's the thing. When he gets paid, he'll probably get paid right before the new deal comes in.
I think it's going to be known that wide receivers get tagged. I think that's going to be the thing. I think wide receivers get tagged, right? I think that's going to be a common thing. Wide receivers and running backs are going to get tagged.
Yep. Running back should only get tagged, and then
I think that they should increase
and then
the running
walk
back
after
tag.
that tag year.
I think 2 things should happen. I think running backs should get tagged, and I think that the cap hit that you get from a running back should be lower.
Because nobody's going to reset this market for a while.
It hurt, dude. This is a bad take because you get a good running back, right? Who doesn't get hurt. Name one, doesn't exist. But you get a good running back who's good and he doesn't hurt your cap. But their careers are dog shit, right?
Dog years.
Right. You only draft them for the one contract, tag them if they're good, and then draft another one.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, if they can get if they're won their draft money needs to go up. There's no way. Who wants to play running back in the NFL?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, because he's never.
Derrick Henry should reset the cap, but wait, did he just get paid?
No,
yeah, I think he got like 14.
I think Christian still got the highest, right, at 16, right?
16, but that's because he's a wide receiver. That's fair, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of the new way.
Not fair because he's a bench rider right now.
4 years, $50 million.
So
12 million signing bonus, 25 guaranteed.
It's 12.5 a year.
Yeah, and then I think Cook got better right after that. He got like 14 or some shit, but it's like fake.
I think Chubb got like the same contract as Henry.
Yeah, Cook got a fake contract.
I think Chubb only got like 12, right?
Henry only got 12.5.
But
Chubb got 12.2, so just under Henry.
And if running backs contracts only I'm gonna make up a number. Only 75% of it hit the cap of the whole fucking thing. Hit the cap. So bonuses, everything. So only 75% of it hit the cap. Then you wouldn't be afraid to re-sign it because 75 is still a lot, but that's still like a good skilled player, right? They're always injured. Always injured. And it has nothing, it's not like I'm not hating on a player. It's just how it is.
I think you're projecting just a little bit, but not a lot.
No, no. My team does not get hurt from Cook getting injured. I'm not like I don't want to say that out loud, but the way our contract is set up, we're fine.
No, I don't care about that. I think you're just mad that he gets hurt. That's all.
No. I'm upset. Obviously, he's like the best when he's healthy. He's the best running back in the league. Pure running back, there's not a better one.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's. This is supposed to be the year he's supposed to like decline based off of his like usage last season, and
he's a freak though. He's Adrian Peterson times 2.
He's like bigger Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he's less elusive. Adrian
was AP 6 foot or was he like 5'10"?
6'1" is what they say, but I don't know.
He's probably like 5'11.5.
No, he's probably 6 foot on the dot.
He looks tall. He kind of got like a linky. Like a long torso,
but he has a move. He has like a stutter step not a stutter step, but he has like this like.
You know
what I mean? Like,
head fake.
Yeah. Dude, did you see that? Do you remember the Marge Simpson like whatever? Like the little like. Yeah, that's what they have. They have CJ Ham who broke like the 30-yard run on 3rd and 1. Darisaw just blows up Derek Brown and fucking CJ Ham goes fucking 30 yards. I get up and I start screaming, "Fullbacks matter!" and the Panther fans start dying laughing. That's the thing. Like, so I saw on TikTok a whole bunch of Vikings and Panthers fans fighting. My section, bro, we were going wild, right? And it was funny. There's one guy was like, "Boo," and he's like, "Call a fucking timeout." He was a Panthers fan. "What the fuck's wrong with you? Call a fucking timeout."
He was like hating on Monday Night with the Mannings.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Call a timeout, Mike. Call a timeout.
And then they're like, these Panther fans are like, "This is the craziest game I've ever seen." They're from North Carolina. "This is the craziest game I've ever seen. There's flags all over the place." I was like, "Oh, this is just a normal Vikings game. This is how every game is."
It's a normal Panthers game too. Like that. That's just how it goes for us.
I was like, "This is just how it is." And then the guy I went with, I didn't go, by the way, but if I did go, the guy I went with was like, "You know what? I don't want to lose right now, but if we go to overtime, I wouldn't mind. I don't care if we lose. It's a good game." I said, "I don't think you should say that."
Is he a Panthers fan?
Yeah.
But that's the attitude Panthers fans have because like we know those are the games we lose.
I bent over and started looking at that kick, and I was like, "That shit's not going in." And everyone's like, "No, you're definitely gonna win." I was like, "No, you don't. It's not. We're not gonna make this kick."
Like that's the thing. Like it felt like the game both of us usually lose.
Yeah, 100%. We lose in overtime. We fumble, and then the burn strip sack should have happened. Like I saw Darisaw. Like I'm staring at Darisaw, right? Because I'm at like 500, right? I'm at the 40-yard line up top. If I was, that's where I would be. I definitely didn't go, but I was like right there, and I can just see Darisaw's number, big 71, and I see 53 rip the shit out of him, or not even rip him, just go around him, and his steps too short, and just put her arm around Kirk. Looks like he's about to strip sack him. All of a sudden, Kirk turns into Kyler Murray and takes off.
Yeah.
I thought Dalvin Cook was going to call a game when he took off running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been a Viking.
Looked like an ankle or like Achilles maybe. How he's limping, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Ooh.
What was it?
I don't know, but his whole like lower leg was bent inwards. It didn't look good. I don't know how he's walking on it, to be honest. Like him and another dude bumped legs like this.
Yeah, I saw he like bumped just about it.
But like his leg, like normally it goes this way, it went like this way.
OBJ hurt. I would think
hurt
hurt too. If you drop that pass. That was a tough get. That was a tough ball to get, though.
Case Keenum kind of cooking, though. 13 to 20 for 122 yards.
Who's this?
Von Miller's a free agent.
Keenum? Who's a free agent?
Von Miller's a free agent after the season, right?
Yeah.
Computer Cowboy Ben Baldwin tweeted out, "Wow, Chubb is looking good tonight."
Yeah, because he's like the lead dude of running backs don't matter.
I know. Wow, I'm very jealous of both these teams' quarterback situation as a Vikings fan personally. So, quick question, because we're watching this game. If you could pick a left tackle right now for the next 10 years to go into the league, 10 years, who are you taking in the whole league? I tweeted this out this morning.
You did. I saw who you tweeted. That's a very good answer. I'd go him. You picked Jedrick Wills.
That's my cornerback one. Me and you said it. I'm not gonna take all the credit because I was afraid to say that he was better than Andrew Thomas and he was a right tackle, so I didn't know how it was gonna translate. But me and you both said it. We were hand in hand with that. So that was me and our offensive tackle one, and we just wouldn't say that he's better than Andrew Thomas because these guys were telling us that Andrew Thomas is the guy. So
what team is he on? He's on the Giants.
He stinks.
No, he was good this year, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
This year or last year?
He was bad last year. He was really
Very
good.
bad.
Well, maybe not really good, but he was way better this year. Like,
but in the preseason, he was ass.
Not
he was
terrible this year,
shit.
but he got hurt this past week.
Yeah.
Everybody in the Giants get hurt.
I might go Sewell. Penei Sewell.
He's like 22, so it's like
that's Everson Griffin punked him so bad that I just don't want him.
He's 20.
Yeah, you're letting a crazy old man spin on you. I can't do it.
He can't even drink yet.
You let a crazy old man who's like 48 years old spin on him.
You took mine, so I had to go with somebody else.
It's fine. I'm just saying I don't like him. I don't hate him, but I don't like him.
I think Ronnie Stanley is another good answer, but he's out for the season.
How old is Ronnie Stanley? How old is he?
25.
Okay. Teams just get so fucking lucky.
The Ravens?
The
Ravens.
Yeah, they get so lucky. Teams get so lucky, bro. They're just like, and then we'll drop another cornerback, and he'll be a top 5 cornerback. Oh, and then we'll just get a whole bunch of tackles. They'll be good. Don't worry. We did trade Stephon Diggs and get JJ, but
Ronnie Stanley's 27.
And he has 2 bad injuries.
He's a little bit older than I thought. So, yeah, he's out. That means Tunsil is probably like 26, 27. He's a little too old.
He's 27, I think. I think I just looked this up last year.
So, yeah, basically you're looking at like this year's draft class, last year's draft class, and maybe the year before it. So, like Wills, Sewell.
Well, you could say if you're 27, bro, you get 10 years, you still can be good.
Like almost no offensive linemen play till they're 37
anymore.
Whitworth. Well, no, now they're going farther.
Whitworth is like the only one that's played that far.
He's 48.
No, it used to be like all these guys play. I mean, yeah, it used to be like all these guys play at least 10, 15.
Like 35 was like the oldest, but Whitworth is like 42.
Yeah, he's old.
Trent Williams is 33, bro, and he's still good as fuck.
He missed like 3 seasons because he hates
2. And I would take him as tackle 1 right now. The guy's a fucking monster, gorilla.
I love pick him for the next 10 years?
I wouldn't pick him for the next 10 years. I'd pick him as offensive tackle 1 right now.
Fair.
Tyron Smith, I don't know how old he is, but
he's probably like 30.
He's at least 31. He's 30. Yeah, he's 30.
Yeah, he got drafted super young too.
Yeah, he's been in the league for a long time.
What's funny is he was a right tackle in college because the left tackle he played with was way better than him. But in the NFL, it was absolutely the opposite. You know who the left tackle was he played with in college?
Trent Flowers. I don't know. Go ahead.
No, he's a Vikings and Panthers legend.
Matt. Oh, he played with Matt. Or the other one of the Khalils. Yeah,
Matt Khalil was left tackle. He was right tackle. Matt Khalil got drafted 5th. I think he got drafted 9th.
You know that? Did y'all see that tweet when the Vikings take Anthony Barr? They really liked Aaron Donald. It was between them 2.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm about to find the tweet. It was from Shaver.
Dude, actually, I haven't even looked at my fantasy team this week.
This man Christian got me pushing through trades because he agreed to 3-team trades, and he needs the players. He's getting from the second team to trade to the third team. Like, dude, why don't you just agree to a 3-team trade and like everybody just trade the other player? Like instead of doing 2 separate trades, just do a trade. Trade who you're giving to the third team. Third team trades their player to the second team. Second team trades their player to you. Boom. Done. No. I got to push the trade through. That man wouldn't even slide me Devontae Adams for my troubles. What's wrong with him?
I watched this draft. live and did not know the Vikings took Anthony Barr in the draft that I watched. That's wild. I remember the Sharif Floyd, Xavier Rhodes more than I remember Barr, Teddy Bridgewater. That did not happen. Yeah, they did. I wanted Johnny Manziel so bad.
Johnny Manziel. Oh, shout out to the Jack in the Box employee for giving me an extra loaded fries. Ooh, fucking real one. They got the lunch lady vibe. And she just looked at me, smiled. I was wondering why she was smiling at me for a second. I was like, thanks. And then I peeped the bag. She threw an extra one of these in here. Blessings. I needed this.
Sheesh. Yeah, let's see. Halftime report. Browns up 10-0 on the Broncos. Case Keenum is 13 of 21 for 122 yards. Dearness Johnson, 9 carries, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. John Kelly, 2 carries, 13 yards. Demetric Felton, 2 carries, 13 yards. Johnny Stanton, the fullback, has 2 carries for 5 yards. Austin Hooper is currently the leading receiver with 1 catch for 34 yards on a big tight end screen. Jarvis Landry, 4 catches, 30 yards for an average of 7.5 yards per catch. Sounds about right for him. David Njoku has 2 catches, 18 yards. Demetric Felton, 2 catches, 17 yards. Harrison Bryant, 1 catch, 15 yards. Anthony Schwartz, 1 catch, 6 yards. Dearness Johnson, 1 catch for 4 yards. Odell Beckham, no catches on 4 targets and an injury. For the Broncos, we got Teddy.
Did you say dementia? Is that what you said? Go continue.
For the Broncos, we got 7 completions on 10 attempts, 58 yards and an interception from Teddy. 3 carries for 13 yards from Javonte Williams. 3 carries for 5 yards from Melvin Gordon. 1 big, nice one-handed catch down the sideline from Courtland Sutton for 31 yards. 2 catches for 12 yards from Noah Fant. 3 catches, 9 yards for Javonte Williams, and 1 catch for 6 yards for Melvin Gordon. So Denver's only run like 13 plays. So like 37 for the Browns. So Browns, big advantage in time of possession and stacking drives. Who had the interception for the Browns? John Johnson III. Have there been any sacks? Shelby Harris has 1 sack, and Von Miller is hurt for the Broncos. So Von Miller and OBJ, 2 injury storylines to watch. We'll see if they come back out for the second half or if they don't.
Yeah, this game stinks.
Who is Justin Gilbert?
Justin Gilbert's the corner the Browns drafted, the same draft as Johnny Manziel, I believe.
Yeah. I'm looking at that right now.
And then they traded him to the Steelers, and he played there for like a year, but he was not good. He actually gives me C.J. Henderson vibes. Because when C.J. Henderson had the whole when the Jags coaches said they don't think he like loves football or he doesn't really want to play football, that's Justin Gilbert all over again. Dude didn't like football. He only played it because he was good at it. I think he wanted to be I don't remember what he wanted to be. Wasn't a football player though.
That's wild.
Like, the NFL is very dumb with things, but like sometimes they're right. Like I remember Eli Apple when he was coming out, and they were like, "Yeah, he doesn't know how to cook." I was like, "Why? Why does that matter?" But then, like when his mom was dropping him off to training camp or whatnot, and like he was always with his mom, I was like, "Oh, okay." It wasn't just that he can't cook; it's that the dude is like stuck at the hip with his mother. There's something wrong with that. So like bits and pieces of it. Sometimes the NFL's right. Sometimes they're just wrong. See every black quarterback ever who they tried to make a receiver or running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to see that starting to turn around. Like Malik Willis being a quarterback from Liberty.
Wasn't he a wide receiver at LSU, right?
No, he was a quarterback at Auburn.
Auburn.
And they gave the starting job to Bo Nix instead of him, so he transferred. But like even like 5 years ago, he might have been looked at and like, yeah, he's going to be a slot receiver in the league. Now he's a probable first-round pick. So good to see that progression.
For sure. Let me see something.
I'm reading a whole bunch of 2014 draft takes, like at 9, because people apparently there's a lot of movement. Titans were like trading back, and apparently
did they get Conklin there?
Huh?
Who did they draft? Yeah. Conklin?
They got Tyler Lewan.
Oh, they got Lewan there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Eagles fans wanted Barr very badly. And then I read, Vikings liked Bortles more than they liked Johnny Manziel. Makes sense, honestly.
They both stink, so.
Titans take UCLA ball. Hold on, I'm looking for this thing. Oh, it said that Johnny Manziel was in free fall. That's what they're saying. Because we didn't take him. They thought we were taking him at 9. Eric Ebron at 10.
Sheesh, that wasn't a great pick.
Wait, did Johnny Manziel get cut?
Yeah, because he was doing coke. He was high as shit when he got off the plane to meet the Browns. Poor guy. He probably could have been good if he wasn't high as fuck.
Correct. Like that's what I was. Baker, like everyone's like, oh, Baker's the best quarterback they ever had. No, he's literally just like less talented, sober Johnny Manziel.
He's their best performing quarterback they've had in a while.
I don't even know if he's that. Derek Anderson, Pro Bowl.
That was that 10-6 year they had, and they didn't win they didn't make the playoffs, right?
Correct.
Let me ask you this question.
Was it 10-6? It might have only been 9.
They had 1 year to win 10-6, and then they still didn't make the playoffs.
If they did go 10-6, that was the year.
Do you think the Detroit Lions get their first victory this week it's a revenge game for both teams? It's the Lions versus the Rams.
No, they do not.
They've had some heartbreaking losses this season. I feel for them.
Lions fans are going to be sick because 2013, that was Aaron Donald, right?
I think so.
They took Ebron over Aaron Donald, right, Kyle?
Eric Ebron?
Say it one more time.
Lions drafted Eric Ebron ahead of Aaron Donald?
Yes. I don't know where Aaron Donald looked. I'm trying to look right now. But yeah, they took him at 10. That makes sense. Maybe 14, but yeah.
I was just looking at the draft. That's why I was asking you.
No, I'm looking at draft take. So like people live tweeting the draft.
Okay. I thought you had the actual draft pulled up. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this one's gonna make the Lions sick because Matt Stafford, one, was a Lion, and then they were always sick. They hated Ebron. One, because he couldn't catch, and two, because he was not Aaron Donald. So
apparently the Vikings really liked Aaron Jones in the draft. We almost took him.
A lot of teams liked Aaron Jones. He's good. Like, he was really good at UTEP. Like, as much as I love Christian McCaffrey, like, I did not want the Panthers to draft him in the top 8. Like, I literally said that draft, you could get Alvin Kamara in the second round or Marlon Mack in the third, and they're not much worse. Obviously, I didn't know Kamara was going to be as good as he is. I don't think anybody did.
I was a huge Kamara fan. I used to watch the highlights of him at Tennessee with his grill, bro. I was like, this is who I want, dude. I was like, this is who I want on my team. He has a fucking grill. He has a septum piercing. This is who I fucking want. And then Dalvin Cook fell to the second round. I said, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't even think McCaffrey was my number one running back. I think it was actually Dalvin Cook, then McCaffrey, then Mixon, then Fournette, then Kamara, if I'm remembering correctly.
Dude,
so obviously I was a little too high on Leonard Fournette and maybe Joe Mixon and a little too low on Alvin Kamara, but a top 3, pretty good.
So before we got on the board, the take from Ian Rappaport is the Vikings have not ruled out Johnny Manziel last night, but Aaron Donald is still there. So that was at 9 we were looking at. How good was Aaron Donald at Pitt? Just a fucking wrecking ball.
Good. Yeah, that was when they used to, like, he was too small. Because
that's what they said. Yeah. There it is. The Vikings loved Anthony Barr. Here's the take. The Vikings loved Anthony Barr's athleticism, but he's raw. They believe Mike Zimmer can coach him. Also love Aaron Donald, whoever Denard is. That was the take.
Wait, also love Donald or Denard?
Well, Donald, and then comma Denard. I think he's getting these quotes from someone named Denard. I don't know.
No, they loved Aaron Donald and Darqueze Denard, the corner.
Oh,
makes sense because Zim loves corners.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Like 2014 is like a weird year where I was definitely not.
By the Bengals, which Zim came from the Bengals, so that
their defensive coach is like Zim style. I think he still is.
Yeah, he's probably like from the Zim tree.
Yeah,
that was like
everyone. It's Bill Parcells. Go ahead.
That was his first year with the Vikings, 2014, right? That was his first draft.
And we took Barr, and we built our defense. Like, you weren't here earlier, but like the Vikings have this weird defensive scheme, right? So if you're not a Vikings fan, our scheme is very strange because we need some guy like Aaron or like Barr to play this weird role, right? It's a defense that doesn't fit other defenses. Like, we have like zone cover. We have the normal like whatever. But then we have Anthony Barr, who is someone that offenses have to think about, even if he doesn't do a good job there. So he's like this disruptive thing, and we built him to build this defense. Like, they looked at this guy and they said, "Oh, this guy can do this thing. Let's build a defense off of him." And he built this fucking crazy defense off of him. So, like, people don't realize that. And, like, we keep drafting these weird pieces that fit our defense. But for other teams, they're just fucking dudes. And so we're this, like, project masterpiece of shit. Like, the Florida State defensive end, I wouldn't be – if they feel confident in Zim going into next year, I wouldn't be shocked if we took him in the second round because he fits the Anthony Barr play style. He can play outside linebacker. He's pretty big. He's like 240. But
which one did you get again? Because there were two that were like
we got
Janarius Robinson.
We got the thicker one, and then the speed guy went to the Chiefs, and they're both hurt, which is shocking because they're both hurt the whole time they were in college.
But yeah, they were both like I mean, they showed flashes at FSU, but they both injured history like their entire 4 years.
Yeah.
But they both were like tested like freaks.
Yeah, absolute nut jobs.
Like 4
there's a Florida State linebacker, something Jennard or Jenkins or Rob, whatever the second. He's like 6'4", 240 outside linebacker. Because a lot of these edges this year, if you're needing a finger in the dirt edge, there's like 2 of them. There's not a hand in the dirt edge this year, really. They're all outside linebackers.
No,
I do remember that draft though.
Hutchinson from Michigan.
Hutchinson, KT, and the Purdue guy.
Karlaftis?
Yeah, all the other ones I wouldn't touch. You got to think the Georgia guy, he's skinny as fuck. That's outside linebacker, right? Alabama dude, outside linebacker. All the big names that are going to be in the NFL are
the Oregon defensive end can play hand in the dirt.
But he's not. He can. He's Khalil Mack. He's one of the freakiest players I've ever seen.
He probably has to put on weight to play it with his hand in the dirt, but he can.
Look at Teddy Bridgewater. Who's number 9?
KJ Hamler.
Is that who? That jersey number is ugly.
Oh no, that's not him. That's him. 10.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, that's the quarterback. That makes sense why he's wearing that.
Oh, that was the dude who.
Yeah, the emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
He got a touchdown. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago.
Kendall Hinton?
Yeah. I need a Sutton touchdown right now to the house. I didn't see the interception. Who got it?
Mm-hmm.
They throw another one?
No. They have one.
Oh, it was John Johnson. It was a while ago.
From the Rams. Oh, wow, hitting with another pass. I was a big Delpit fan, dude, and I kind of thought I was like way wrong because he was injured. But apparently he's pretty good. I was like
I was like hurt all last year.
Huh?
He is good. He was just hurt all last year.
Yeah, he tore his ACL in preseason. I was like a big fan of him in the first. I was like, damn, I'll take him in the first. Yeah, fuck it.
Same. Yeah, Teddy underthrew. I forget who it was it was in the end zone. The pick.
See, when running backs get taken down like that, I think something's gonna break.
Depends on the running back.
Sure.
But like the Chargers handled the running back position perfectly. They had an undrafted. I think Eckler was undrafted, right?
6th round. I thought the J.C. Jackson guy was undrafted.
No, I think Eckler was undrafted.
Oh. All right, so you had Melvin Gordon, who you drafted in the first round. I believe they tagged him, right?
Yes. No. Yeah. No. They did tag him. After I think they made a deal with him or something because he came back and then he left.
Yeah, I think they.
He like sat out for like 5 games because I remember people drafting him in the league and I was like, what?
Yeah, but they found an undrafted guy in Eckler, who they then paid after like 2 years on a really cheap deal, and let their first round running back go.
What just happened to my screen?
Like that's.
Yeah, they played that well. Everyone was like, "Whoa!" Because I mean, they had a nice little 2-headed back attack, but they keep producing them. And then
Gordon and Eckler. But if I was an NFL GM, I am never giving my first round running, especially a first round running back, a second contract, because that's 5 to 6 years you're looking at, and that's the shelf life for an NFL running back.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't pay running backs. I'm just saying I don't want to be the team to pay a running back after 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get stuck with them.
But the Browns have like 4 of my favorite safeties in the NFL, and I'm pissed. I wanted the Panthers to draft Ronnie Harrison. I wanted Grant Delpit. I love John Johnson. And do they still have Carl Joseph, or do they cut him? I think they cut him when he went back to the Raiders. But I love Carl Joseph. There's two college safeties that I remember just watching lay out people in college. One of them is Carl Joseph. The other one is Justin Evans, who played for the Bucks.
Oh, but yeah.
He was literally sunning Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't play in the league anymore. I sent that highlight in the chat like a long time ago. The guy fucking ran him over.
Yeah, like 3 times in one game.
Mm-hmm.
Just like lowered the shoulder on him and sat him down. And I was like, nobody is doing this to Derrick Henry. Nobody even does it to him in the NFL. And Justin Evans was doing it to him when he was at Texas A&M, and I loved it. I was like, this dude is a stud. The Panthers need to go draft him. He had ball skills too.
Whoa.
But injuries got the best of him.
Hate to see it.
You do.
Y'all drafted one of my favorite safeties, and then he went insane.
Who?
The Washington football team. I loved him.
Come on, Landry?
Nope. Y'all drafted him.
Oh, from USC?
Oh,
Tua Cravens.
Yeah.
Reckless.
He's fucking trash.
Yeah, because he went crazy, bro. Something was mentally wrong with him. Probably because he was unloading on people's heads.
Pause.
You know that I was like kind of a fan of the dude who's on the Niners right now, but he was more of like a box safety, I thought.
Who? But Jaquiski Tart?
No, I don't know. He's an Islander. But he's from USC.
Oh, the rookie this year?
Yeah. I was a fan of him. Apparently he's balling. I was actually a huge fan of Jamar, but I don't think that guy's on the roster. The Broncos took him, but I think he's on the practice squad. He's from Indiana, Indiana.
Oh, Jamar Johnson.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Tyree Smith or Ty Key. Smith from he's on your team, but I don't think he goes to the draft this year. He transferred from West Virginia to Georgia.
Yeah, he's pretty. I think he will go in the draft. Actually,
you think he'll actually do it?
Yeah, I do.
Don't they have that grade thing though? You think he'll get a good grade from them?
For some players, it doesn't matter. Like you can give them a 3rd round grade, and they'll say, "I think I'm a 1st round talent," and they'll go and they end up going like 2nd round.
Yeah, but if you give them like a fucking 7th round pick, you're like, "Hey man, I don't think you."
Well, they don't do that. They give 1st, 2nd, or advise you to return to school.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. The fuck.
Yeah, but like you could be like a 3rd round pick. And like, no, you're going to be like 3rd round, 2nd round pick, and they give you a return to school grade. But like, like worst case, I'm going 3rd round. Like some players are still going to leave.
I'm a fan.
Some players are also wrong about that. Like I'm for sure at least a 3rd round pick, and then go undrafted, and they're like, damn, I should have listened.
Who's Alabama running back right now? The big one.
Which one is it right now? They have a couple.
His name's like Patterson or something. Number 4. Oh, it's either Brian Robinson or Keelan.
Brian Robinson, yeah.
That guy was running all over Florida, and I mean running over like he was Derrick Henry kids on Florida. But he doesn't look as powerful as like thick. Like Henry's pretty thick.
He's 6'1", 225. I think Derrick Henry's like 6'3", like 240, 250.
He's 6'1", 228. He had 483 yards. last year.
They also have Trey Sanders, who's pretty good, and Roydell Williams. They always have like multiple backs. Like they had Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, and Kenyon Drake at one point. Then they had Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, and Bo Scarborough, maybe. They always have multiple backs.
I like the tight end for Bama too.
Is a tank.
Well, Najee Harris is like some weird running back. Like,
yeah, Najee Harris is like a tank who's also moves like a Ferrari at times.
By the way, that motherfucker, the first 2 weeks scared me in fantasy more than anyone, and that motherfucker is a workhorse now.
That's why I stayed away from him, because those first 2 weeks, I was afraid it would be like that the whole year. But that offense is bad, and that quarterback is bad.
I'm actually a big fan of Brian Robinson Jr., by the way.
And then week 3, he got like 12 catches, and I was like, oh, okay.
They're like, wait a minute. I can throw him the ball? Dude, he's like getting like 10 fucking targets a game. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah, because like that's the thing. Like I was like, oh, he's not gonna get that much like rushing yardage, but I forgot how and I was like, and he'll be facing heavy boxes because Big Ben is cooked. But because Big Ben is cooked, he's throwing lots of checkdowns.
It's really funny because I broke my brain thinking about that. I was like, Big Ben's cooked. They're going to be handing the ball off a fucking 100 times. My brain, I big brained myself. I don't know what happened there. But hey, it's fucking working.
Yeah.
Dude, the first 2 weeks, I was like, what was I thinking? Big Ben's fucking cooked. The guy can't, of course he's going to load the box. I bought into the fucking Claypool hype too. I was like, they're going to load the box. And then I drafted the fucking running back in every league that I was in.
Yeah, there was like 2 running backs I wanted to stay away from in that like second round range. There was Najee Harris and Antonio Gibson.
Dude, I was an Antonio Gibson truther. Like, so glad I got him in 0.
I think you're both amazing players. I just don't like the situations.
That's a good point.
I think the Washington football team is making it. Now he's injured, so I'll take that back. The fact that he should be CMC too. I thought that's what he was.
But they love J.D. McKissick, so I was like, J.D. McKissick is going to get most of the catches again, like he did last year.
Fucking bullshit.
And Antonio Gibson is only going to be like an early down back. And I was like, that's not worth the second round.
The guy used to be a wide receiver. Throw him the ball.
But that's like Josh Jacobs in Oakland. I was like, dude, he was the pass catching back in Alabama. That's what he did.
Yeah, they make him feel like some thug over there. Like, hey, go straight into that guy. You're like, okay, all right.
Who took over as the interim coach for the
Greg Olson, actually. Not even joking. Not the Greg Olson you think it is, but Greg Olson.
Oh, Greg Olson.
Same thing. Oh. Whatever.
No, I know. There's 2 Greg Olsons, but that's how you. One spelled with an E-N, one spelled with an O-N. Panthers and Bears tight end and Seahawks, I guess.
Did you start your boy? Did you start number 30?
Yes, I did.
This is some Case Keenum magic that I'm watching. Guys getting literally strip sacked for a fumble and throws a fucking Jedrick. How did Jedrick lose that rep? That's the quarterback problem, right? That has to be. Whose fault is that? Did you watch that rep? Jonathan, did you see that?
No, I just saw the catch.
It was like really deep, but Jedrick like built the pocket around him, and he was out of that little hole. I don't know, like, who do you blame that on?
Probably the quarterback for not stepping up.
But Jedrick could have just took another step back, and he would have just sealed him out. But it's like he wanted him in. That's what it looked like. He wanted him to round it. He wanted to push him out of the play and Keenum just happened to be there.
Yeah, it's probably on Keenum.
Yeah, I believe that guy stinks.
Ernest has 95 total yards.
He's cooking. D'Ernest Johnson.
Yeah, dude, that cat, dude. When did they draft him?
I don't think they did draft him.
Yeah, he definitely didn't. I can't believe Fulton wasn't getting a million touches this game. That's who I thought was going to get it.
He's like a running back wide receiver hybrid, though. Like, they were using him at wide receiver like week 3 when Odell first got hurt. He's also from the XFL or AFL?
AAF.
That one? Orlando Apollos? Was that AAF?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, XFL didn't have an Orlando team. They had Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I went to minicamp with the Saints after being undrafted in 2018. Wasn't given a contract at the end of minicamp. Then Orlando Apollos. And then been on the Browns for the last 2 years.
I like the spring league. That was actually fun to watch, even though that's why he's not a starter. Did you see that?
Yeah. Is that the one with Johnny Manziel and the you pick the plays?
No, that was
that's the fan control football league.
Fan control football.
Yeah. Spring league had the Texans quarterback in it.
Davis Mills?
No, like the one that quit football because he wasn't the starter over Brian Hoyer.
Oh, not Ryan Mallett. Was it Ryan Mallett?
Yeah, Ryan Mallett. It was Ryan Mallett. Yeah, Ryan Mallett was in it this year. He's like 30.
It wasn't Brock Osweiler, was it?
No. It was Ryan Mallett.
Okay. Got smacked. He felt that one. Do they got different types of helmets? For some reason, like the running backs helmet
looks like new versions of like the classic helmets.
Yeah, because they're like more matte. Browns.
Who?
Oh, the Browns.
The running back, but his helmet looked like more different than everyone else's.
Dude, you know what's crazy is we went more matte, right? Because it didn't fit our jerseys in the whatever. But seeing it in real life, it doesn't look right. Seeing it on TV, it looks good. Seeing it in real life, it's a different color.
Oh!
Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Having a good game.
Oh, how did he let that happen? I talked up Jedrick too much. Now the guy's stinking it up.
Correct.
That's why I don't talk about Darisaw. I just say, hey, man, stop standing around watching the play.
Darisaw's the GOAT.
Did you see Dalvin Cook get murdered because he stopped watching the play?
No.
So I when I wasn't at the game, I'm watching. We threw a screen out, and our whole offensive line is out there, and Reddick is over there like just floating, and no one hits him. Right? Darisaw starts looking at Kirk Cousins, like stops, turns, and starts looking at Kirk Cousins, and Reddick sees him, throw the ball, and just sprints by 4 Vikings player and just kills Cook. I was like, oh, okay.
We love to see it.
Oh, did he fumble?
He did, but they recovered it.
Is that a touchdown?
It is.
He's down. He's down. And also,
I don't think he was down.
100%. The knee hits the ground. Knee down, yeah. I don't know. That's close. Who cares? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That helps nobody.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Who's playing Hooper at this point?
It's not Hooper.
Who was it?
The fullback, Johnny Stanton.
I saw 81.
It's 40.
What is wrong with my head? Oh, so it wasn't a touchdown? That fumble?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
They called him
they
short.
marked it down, though.
Yeah,
I said it was short, and you said, no, you son of a bitch, and you're ahead of me, so I believed you.
No, I said I didn't think he looked down, but they called him down.
Look down to me. I wanted Njoku so bad. I got fucking Chris Herndon instead.
I don't know if you guys talked about this.
Huh?
But I don't know if you guys talked about this or not. But do you think these trades rumors are true?
No.
Like every team who's been linked to Deshaun Watson has come out and said they haven't engaged in these trade conversations. And basically, it's the Texans said this because they want to drum up interest again before the trade deadline.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey there, Tubi. Come here.
I picked up Deshaun Watson for nothing.
I picked him up in a bunch of leagues. I picked him up in my keeper league, and then I needed someone for my bench, so I had to take him off. That was like a week ago. I was like, you know what? If I get to keep him for a 16th round pick, I'll do it. And then I was like, you know what? I need actually a spot because I have Bateman just chilling on my. I have because they forced him off the IR this week, obviously. Yeah. And then I have Clemson running back in my IR spot.
Good pick.
I took him in week 15. Or took him in round 15, so I'll get him in if I wanted to keep him next year, which I won't. I'd get him in the 14th. But I'll probably keep Derrick Henry because he's running back 1. I'll keep Derrick Henry and Justin Jefferson again.
Dude, my keeper league is ass. My keeper league team is ass. I fucking hate
my dog.
Is it a keeper league or a dynasty league? Hi, dog.
What's the difference? I thought it was the same.
Keeper, you only keep a couple players. Like usually, it's
keeper,
like
you keep 1 or 2. Dynasty, you keep your whole team. I don't like dynasty actually.
I'm playing a dynasty league.
I don't know why you don't like dynasty. You drafted a really good team. You just don't ever check it.
Yeah, I don't have no clue. I forget to even go on Sleeper.
Bro, like I'm about to read you your team.
I remember I tried to make one roster change. I was like, who the fuck? I couldn't get Charlie Whitehurst off my fucking roster. It kept telling me I couldn't remove him over and over and over again. I was like, fuck Sleeper, bro. I was so mad. I was like, get him off my fucking roster. I couldn't get him off. He just would not get off my fucking roster. He's like, you can't drop this player. And I was like, what do you want me to do? He's like, what the fuck? And then it was like, you can't drop this player. He's too young or some shit. Some fucking dumb rule or something. I don't fucking know.
That's literally not a rule. Okay.
I don't know. It wouldn't let me drop some people.
This is your team, okay? You have Kyler Murray, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Waddle, Hunter Henry, Laviska Shenault, Justin Jefferson, Damian Harris, Michael Carter, Mecole Hardman, Henry Ruggs, Cole Kmet, Irv Smith, and Cam Akers. Bro, you literally have the best running backs out of anybody in this dynasty. They're just all hurt.
Yeah.
But like next year, if you actually take this league seriously, all you need is like a tight end.
I don't even know who to draft. Well, Irv Smith's going to be fucking nuts next year, bro. I'm going to have a tight end. Irv Smith is going to be absolutely nuts.
Let me hold a running back. You got like 5 of them. You got Clyde. You got AG.
But then none of those, they're all hurt. There's nothing I can do.
You got Cam Akers. You got Damian Harris. You got Michael Carter.
What's my record?
2-4.
Dude, I went from 0-2 in my big league to 4-2, and I'm in 3rd place. And I have the same roster in almost every league. That's why this league fucking sucks. I have like the same team. And I'm like the highest scoring guy in the league. That's why I hate this league, bro. It sucks. I was like, this fucking league stinks, dude. I drafted for a completely different roster. I can't fit who I want on my fucking team. And it's annoying. Obviously, I don't even have the fucking app downloaded. so I don't even know what's there. But the
So
only
what are
one
all
that
your
I
other
don't.
teams on Yahoo?
Yes, every single one's on Yahoo.
Why? Yahoo stinks.
Because
Really?
that's where I joined keeper. These are work leagues that like they've had for like 15 years. So like just in time. I'm 4-2.
You actually have the least amount of points scored in this league.
Yeah, that league stinks, bro. I drafted completely wrong for that.
You don't set your lineup. You just said you don't even have the app. That's why. That's why.
Yeah, I deleted it at the third week because I was like, I can't have fun doing this. I was like, this league stinks. They need to be another spot. There needs to be another spot to play.
That's because Washington got you -8 points.
Your defensive rules suck. They stink.
It's standard rules for defenses.
They boring. Take it out. It stinks. I would rather not have a fucking defense.
I'm down for that. But I told you this was going to be a very basic league.
Bro, let me read you some stats. Hold on. Let me read you something that's fun. You ready? Derrick Henry did not practice. I have a pending transaction. What is it? Oh, I'm dropping Brian Edwards and picking up Tyler Boyd in my league. That's pretty good, right?
No, I'd rather have Brian Edwards.
The guy gets 8 points a game, bro. Like
Tyler Boyd doesn't score points when T. Higgins and Jamar Chase play.
Okay, so I have Matthew Stafford, which is probably one of my better picks that I made all year. So I'm anti Matthew Stafford, and it's like my best pick.
That's saying something coming from you.
Yeah, I think that's a very and then I have Waddle. This is an off week because Vikings are on bye, so I'm on. I have Justin Jefferson, Tyler Conklin, and Dalvin Cook. So,
yeah, you're telling me I got Zeke, Dak.
I haven't even looked at my other league, and you just reminded me that I have fucking Zeke and fucking someone else in another league.
I got CeeDee Lamb. That's gonna like my dynasty league.
All right, this league. Listen to this. I got Dak on a bye. I got
Lawrence
on a bye, and I got Mike Williams on a bye, and Nick Chubb is out this week.
I'm gonna have to play Michael Carter against the Patriots. It's so bad.
You know, I forgot to check my lineup, and I have Tim Patrick in my fucking lineup. This man hasn't done a goddamn fucking thing. That's how bad my team is.
I'm playing Randall Moore over. I'm gonna play Schultz. I've been waiting to play Schultz, and I bet you this. Oh, he's on bye.
He's on a bye. Yeah, what are you gonna play this man on a bye?
Fuck, I didn't think that one through. Both of my tight ends are on bye. I did not know they had the same fucking bye.
I'm literally playing 2 tight ends. One is a flex, and one is my tight end spot this week.
Who was 2 tight ends are
Devontae Smith.
Hunter Henry.
Devontae Smith or Randall Moore is my 2 options.
Devontae Smith.
I'm going both. I have to. I still don't have a tight end. On this roster, I have 2 defenses. For some reason.
That's right. In this one league, my 2 quarterbacks right now are Dak Prescott, who's on a bye, and Deshaun Watson.
Jeez. He's on the big bye.
I named my team 21 reasons or 24 reasons.
I can pick up. There's like 4 quarterbacks I can pick up. I'll probably pick up Tua.
I got to pick up
Matt Ryan this week. I'm nervous.
Oh, I'm picking up Winston. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm picking him up. Fuck it.
I was thinking about Winston. He plays. I think they play the Colts.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Kadarius Toney being hurt is killing me. Like he was going to be my season winner. I picked him up in 2 leagues.
I need a wide receiver. Oh, I'm picking up Bateman right now. Fuck it.
Bateman's available?
Yeah, this is a bad league. Who should I drop? I have T. Higgins. Or should I play T. Higgins? Should I drop Bateman for Rager?
No.
Rager gets no production.
I'm about to drop Rager on our Dynasty League.
No, but should I drop Rager for Bateman? That's what I meant to say.
Oh, yes. You said it backwards before.
Yeah, I know.
I would not drop Bateman. Rager, yes. Rager stinks.
I have Terry McLaurin. Cooper Kupp's been going bananas, by the way.
Are they on a bye this week, too?
No, but
No, they played the Lions.
That's right.
He's about to go stupid.
How did Sammy Watkins not do anything, bro? That's the biggest letdown of this year, by the way.
Sammy Watkins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was his chance. I still need a fucking tight end, bro. I just did all this.
If he had Mark Andrews, Jesus Christ. That guy.
Winston's playing. Oh, they're playing the Seahawks. I need a tight end. I don't even know who's the tight end available. Shield Jones. Should I play him?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Really?
Yes, he's good. And Logan Thomas is out.
Hayden.
Oh, yeah. Ricky's been balling. Ricky's been playing pretty well for us. Especially because, I mean, it's really Terry and him that's been putting up production.
Yo, Trimble doesn't get touches like that?
Huh?
Trimble doesn't get touches like that.
No, Trimble gets like one touch a game.
He should get more. He's not bad.
No, he's solid.
I don't
that's what I thought. Like, that's what I thought. I was going to give him more production since you traded away Arnold. Who's over him?
Who did I fucking drop? I dropped someone I shouldn't have dropped.
Wait. Okay. Wait. What year is Ian Thomas?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe Brady, I don't think knows how to call routes for tight ends.
So the number one guy in our league, who got the number 1 overall pick, if you join our league, you get to if you join our league because it's a keeper league and you have a chance, if someone doesn't keep someone, you can pick him in the second round. And then you get the number 1 overall pick. So you know what his first 1/1 and then 210 was, or 212 was?
Who?
Ezekiel Elliott and the running back from the Giants, Saquon Barkley. So his first 2 picks were Zeke and Barkley.
Sheesh.
The guy's like in last place.
Yeah, Barkley's didn't play for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Played for 1 week badly. Played a 1 week, went off, and then has been hurt. So like he got like 1 week of production at like 7-8 weeks out of that dude.
Yeah.
Maybe more. We'll see how long he's hurt for.
Bill Callahan is the GOAT of offensive line coaches.
Callahan's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got an offensive line coach
is
from
the
that
GOAT.
tree. We're from that tree now.
Who is?
Scarnecchia.
Where does he coach?
He was the Patriots coach.
Oh. Where's he at?
He retired again.
We got the Callahan tree. I'm finally happy. We got Phil Rocher.
Sure. Scarnecchia was there. They had a really good offensive line. He retired for a year. Tom Brady got killed. They brought him back for like 3 years, and he retired again after Brady left. Thank you, retired.
I need a defense.
See, look at the running back's helmet versus like the dude behind him. It's like his is like more matte. The other guy's looking more shinier. I don't know.
Can I pick up the Niners defense against the Colts?
I don't know. I have the Packers defense and the Niners defense. I don't know which one I want to play.
I have the Colts do stink. Like Wentz is bad.
Yo, so the fact that he was stumped in the group chat talking about, oh, we're good with Wentz. I'm like, not really.
You see how I cooked that man when he was talking about double-digit interceptions?
Yeah.
Got him.
Like Wentz is like, I was the thing is like, I don't know what happened to that team because I mean that team was poised to be solid.
They drafted a quarterback with no ankle, or not drafted, but they traded for a quarterback with no ankles.
Yeah.
Who wasn't good with them.
They're kind of having like, I mean, their weapons are having. Well, Paris Campbell's starting to show out lately.
He stinks.
Damn, I'm playing against Terry McLaurin. I'm a Jalen Waddle fanboy now. Dude, everyone, see, this one thing, like, I do all these things for, like, late in the season. And then, or late in the season, or, like, risky plays that don't turn, your league doesn't, like, reward me for it. And every other league I play in is rewarding me for these boomer bust players.
Like
but
what?
your league. That's why I hate it.
Do you have like 50-yard touchdown bonuses? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I have that, and then I'm gonna some of the shit that these defenses do. Hold on, you get I wish I could read shit. Okay, so here's a 17-point game, 20 points allowed, which is a negative, 2 sacks, an interception, a forced fumble, 87-yard return, a 3-and-out, points allowed.
All right, next year we're doing the league on Sleeper. It might be a dynasty startup, and you can help decide the scoring, Kyle. How's that sound?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a damn thing afterwards.
I gotta send you the $10 because I gave up. I haven't because we run the show. I'm not worried about $10, so I just haven't sent it. But I'm gonna send that so that I don't fucking forget later on.
All right.
Because I don't even have the fucking thing.
Yeah, you're 0-6.
Yeah, I stopped watching after I lost. Oh, Hunter wrote me and he was like, dude, you almost beat me. I was like, almost. And he was like, you have the second highest points in the league right now. I was like, and you're the only person you wouldn't have beat is me. I was like, oh, sick.
Was that last week?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a minute.
Was not last week. You only scored 105 last week.
Well, it's whatever I pay, Hunter. I think I'm going to pick up.
You put up 158. You got 25 from Najee, 29 from Madison, 20 from JJ, 20 from Hunter Henry, 20 from Robert Woods, and 10 from the butt kicker.
Yeah, I took a kicker high. The guy gets no fucking points, bro. Like, I'm so used to like certain leagues. You don't. How are we not getting points for yardage?
Can we talk about how we saw the kicker move it?
All right, we'll get to that in a second. What do you mean you don't get points for yardage?
Like, so how many yards they kick, and if you kick 120 yards over this, you get extra bonus points and shit.
120 yards? What?
So if you kick a 50-yarder and then another 50-yarder, that's 100 yards. And then after so many yards on the field goal, you get
if you kick a 50-yarder, you get 5 points.
That might actually be better.
If you kick a 40-yarder, you get 4 points. If you kick a 30-yarder or shorter, you get 3 points. If you miss, you get 1 point. Or minus 1 point.
What?
Yeah, you don't get a point for missing. You get minus a point.
I'm like, hey, Vikings, I need you to go out there and kick the ball. Just kick it.
But, if you kick a 40-yarder, a 50-yarder, and a 30-yarder, you get 12 points. You get 5, 4, and 3.
No, you should get points for making the fucking field goal and then the yardage.
I don't know what kind of leagues you're in, but these are not normal leagues.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Do we get points for the extra points, right?
You get 1 point for an extra point.
Yeah.
You get minus 1 for missing an extra point.
That's fine. I'm completely cool with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
You make a field goal,
probably going to die.
39 yards or less, you get 3 points. You make a field goal 40 to 49 yards, you get 4 points. You make a 50-plus yarder, you get 5 points. If you make a 60-plus yarder, they don't have a category for it, but I'll go ahead and give you an extra point to change that 5 to a 6.
Oh, Jarvis Landry back.
I need a touchdown by Sutton. That'd be sick. A 50-yard touchdown from Sutton.
Or
nope,
a touchdown by Noah Fant. That'd be great.
That's fine. That doesn't stop whatever I wanted, so that's cool.
I wonder if Juwan's going to forget to set his lineup again.
Okay, someone got to have the inside track of what happened there.
There's a challenge.
I literally just thought that said Jalen Hurst. I was like, I don't think that's how you say his name.
That's not a catch.
Why did Landry look like that? That is not a catch. That Adam Thielen catch, though, last week was pretty fucking nuts, wasn't it?
No.
Where I was sitting, I could see the ball go in his arms and like that. Dude, I actually love the way that stadium set up, by the way. I was sitting at the top of the state. I would sit at the top of the stadium, and I could see everything.
But you did.
Yeah, and it was perfectly nice.
Not a bad house.
Yeah, I've actually only been to one Panthers game in my life. It was.
I better go to the Panthers Washington game.
It was versus Washington. It was like 2003. It was the year we went to the Super Bowl.
That's
Steve
cool.
Smith jumped over Champ Bailey and mossed him, like literally like crotch over his helmet.
Man, that was a long time ago.
I saw a Panthers Washington football game. Josh Norman just signed with the
Washington.
I'm pretty sure it was when they fought and someone got ejected.
Are you sure that wasn't when he played for the Panthers and he fought Odell?
No, I don't know who it was because my first ever Washington game was a Cowboys game where the first game that Josh Norman ever did. I was like, why isn't he following sides? I was like, why is he not following SWAT?
They didn't want him to.
Yeah, I was like, he paid a lot of money. That was like my football knowledge of NFL was like very small. So I was like, and I still was like, why they paid him all this money? Why is he not switching sides? Why is he not following? And then like whoever the number one receiver for Pierre Garçon, I don't fucking know. It probably was him. Whoever he would just go to the other, he would break the huddle, go to the other side from Josh Norman and catch a first down. I was like, no, it was a Cowboys receiver.
Probably Amari Cooper then.
He would just go to the other side and catch a first down. I was like, all right.
Actually, Amari wasn't there 5 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know who
Dez?
was there.
Would have been Dez.
It had to be Dez, yeah. Who's number 4? That's a thick boy. My headphones are about to die. I'm at 17 and 13.
Bro, Dez's like decline came so fast.
Well, he tore his Achilles. Or no, that was before his decline, really. Or after, I mean.
Like, I feel like receivers, the fall off might happen just as fast as running backs. Bro, this dude Teddy stinks. Throw the deep ball. You had him.
Yeah, throw it deep. Get it deep down there.
This man pump fake not to fake out the defenders just because he didn't have the confidence to actually let it go.
Oh,
throw the check down.
I think am I not starting Javonte Williams in any of the leagues that matter? I don't have him.
I have Melvin Gordon, and I'm glad he caught that touchdown because it's probably all he's going to do for the whole game.
Hey, last week I started your fucking shitty tight end that's on the Jags over Tyler Conklin. I was sick to my stomach.
Dan Arnold.
Dude, right now, you can get tickets to the ACC Championship game for $47.
Yeah, who the fuck's going to
be there? Like Georgia Tech and Syracuse?
Yeah, it's going to be Wake Forest and fucking Miami.
No, Miami stinks. It is probably going to be Wake Forest, though.
All right, guys. My headsets are dead. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night.
All right.
All right, I'm going on vacation next week, so I'm off Sunday. Sunday, Saturday, if anyone wants to hop in and talk some shit. But yeah.
Maybe some watch-alongs?
Yeah.
Wait, next Sunday?
This Saturday. Sunday? I start my vacation Monday, and I put my PTO in Saturday, so I'm free this weekend.
So this coming Sunday, like 3 days from now?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No Vikings game. No Vikings game.
You're taking your vacation the next week.
Yeah. Why?
It just would have been cooler.
I think the Vikings play in primetime next week, right? against the Cowboys. They have to flex us, right? At least at 4:00, right?
This week or next week?
Well, this week we're not playing anyone.
On a bye. That's right. So next week. Yeah, you guys.
20.
Sunday night.
Yeah, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. I get to watch my game.
Washington football game.
I thought you went off then.
Pretty cheap.
You get off at 7:00.
I got you.
Sit the same place I sit. Section 543. If I went, this is good seats. If I went, section 543, row 29, seat 11 and 12.
Oh, this is section 543, row 34.
Oh, that's the wall, by the way. That's like the wall.
Good to know.
How much is those tickets? $150?
70.
Yeah, mine were $150 3 rows down, so.
Cool. Let's see.
But the Panthers kind of stink, so I think those tickets are going to start dropping.
Correct.
Play your cards right. We can get field tickets for $280.
Field? Like
Not
you
on
can
the
see
field,
the coach?
right next to the Panthers, right behind the Panthers sideline. Row 2.
Do you know what's fucking weird about the Panthers stadium? The home locker room is on the away side, and the away locker room is on the home side. So at halftime, they have to cross each other to go to the locker room.
But that is weird.
And also, none of the players brought their helmets.
What? You know what's weird about that? Alec Baldwin killed somebody on the set of his new film, Rust.
Like with a gun?
A prop gun, yes.
Is this the fucking Crow all over again?
R.I.P. to cinematographer Helena Hutchins, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Stop talking shit about Donald Trump, motherfucker, and it wouldn't happen. Trump game.
Oh, we can get row 10, end zone 173.
End zone sucks. What do you want to watch? Coach's tape all game?
Oh boy, it might be a Crow situation. The character he plays in the movie, his 13-year-old son is convicted of accidental murder. And then he accidentally murdered somebody on the set of the movie.
Sheesh.
Oh, hey, Dune's out. Dune's out on HBO, by the way. Dune? Yeah. Well, I'm watching it tomorrow.
All right, somebody got to give me their HBO login.
You have my shit, don't you not?
I haven't had it for like a year.
I got to figure out the
well, y'all were talking about what's it called? Oh, how am I blanking right now? What's the football thing every year?
Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
All this year I was like, yeah, I definitely know what you guys are talking about.
Hard Knocks sucked.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I watched like one episode. If that.
I watched 2 and I was like, this is
I watched 0 because I don't have HBO.
I don't share passwords, but if I did, I would text you later and tell you the stuff as soon as I figured it out.
Bet. If you did do that, which you don't, I would thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great night. I'll text you at 7 a.m. when I'm at the gym. Trying not to bother you because that's what I do every morning. I go to the gym at 7 a.m. and I'm like, I'm fucking bored. No one's using social media at all.
I'm awake then. I'm just working.
What's that rock song? That's what I feel like when I'm at the gym in the morning. It's about power. It's about work. It's about
drive.
That's dude. Every time I see that song, I think of CJ. CJ DM'd me, and all I saw was a picture of
The Rock.
No.
Oh, what is
DC crying?
Hold on. It's
I said it's gonna look like DC.
Oh, Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Vince McMahon with the "How are you doing, fellow kids?" meme.
Yeah, this picture is hilarious. Oh, my Pootie Tank shirt is being shipped, so I'll get that pretty soon. Hopefully by next week.
Pootie Tang pie. Me in 6th grade telling them that my favorite flavor is Pootie Tang pie.
Do you like pie?
Dude.
Peace.
See ya.
You just muted yourself.
Mute yourself. All right.
Yeah, hold on. Do y'all hear me on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's terrible.
No,
it's kind of like
clear.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not as clear as before, but like it's not bad.
I have a lot of shit in front of my things. But all right, guys, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna watch a little bit of this game.
I will shortly. Too. Yeah. Take it easy, my guy.
See ya.
See you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it through the game, but I might be going soon too.
Oh, I'm definitely going to sleep. I don't even
think this game will end before. Nah, no chance. This game ends before 11.
Nah, definitely.
That's in 12 minutes of actual time, and there's 8 minutes of game time left. 0% chance.
If this game was like 35-7, maybe.
Yeah, they were just running out the clock.
Yeah, this week I literally been get home. I started watching The Sopranos.
Ooh, is that on HBO?
It is on HBO. Dude, I like it.
That. I want to watch that and The Wire. I had never watched either.
I always seen clips. That's the thing too. Like I always seen like bits and pieces from it, but never like watched it fully through. Right. But I'm like maybe 6 episodes in because like I only watch like 1 episode, 2 episodes, like when I get home, and that's like all I have the energy to do because I'm fucking exhausted. But yeah, that's kind of been my like nice little like pleasure to watch. It's really good. So, I don't think it's gotten good yet. That's the thing too. But like, I'm getting invested in like the stories. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. So, yeah, I don't know.
All right, Kyle and I never actually did any reviews for week 6 or previews for week 7. So, do you want to do either of those?
It's fun.
We can very quick rundowns.
So, a game that I'm interested in seeing. We'll do this. How about this? We'll talk about a game that we're interested in, and we'll talk about our team games, right?
Okay. Well, Kyle and I already talked about our game because we played each other.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, last week. You talking about this coming week?
I'm talking about this week.
Okay, I got you.
I think a really interesting game this week is going to be the Denver Broncos. Oh, not the Denver Broncos. Fuck this game. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. And Joe Burrow is playing a lot better than I expected him to. And it's like those games that you expect them to just kind of get millie-whopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're being competitive, and Joey franchise has been showing up. The Bengals have already outperformed my expectations. They got 4 victories on this season. They're 4-2. I mean, I honestly didn't expect that many wins. And the team is rallying behind Joe Burrow. He's looking, and when he's like upright, I mean, he's throwing the ball to Jamar Chase, who's been making some plays. But on the other hand, the Baltimore Ravens, that team has had a like ever since that first loss against Las Vegas on Monday Night Football, they've won 5 straight. Huge comeback victory with Justin Tucker with that 66-yard field goal to win it and break a record at the same time. I mean, Lamar Jackson is slinging the football, like throwing over 400 yards. Which is something like I've seen early on. They were trying to you can see that he was really trying to focus on his passing or to really do more passing because he hasn't really ran the ball as much, like at least with as much like.
He's averaging like 11 carries a game.
Yeah, but I mean, he was like 25 last year. Like he was like the lead back. And you would expect that to be more of the case, especially when like all three of their starting running backs of the season went down.
Yeah, but they got 3 Pro Bowlers now.
They do.
They got Latavius Murray. They got Le'Veon Bell. They got Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman, I just love the way he runs the football.
He runs hard.
Hard as a motherfucker.
Angry.
I love that.
Alex Collins run that way too. Like him and Devontae Freeman, those are 2 runners I've always watched them run. I'm just like, why are you that angry? Like, why are you running like this?
Why? So no, I loved it, and I mean, yeah, that's true. They could probably They could have they've definitely gotten. Yeah, I mean, they gotten better. I mean, you could say that. I mean, it's just weird about the running back position because I mean, they just got older, but the guys who were very talented are on the market. But yeah, Lamar Jackson they're starting to open up the playbook a little bit. They're becoming more dangerous. I think Lamar is getting more comfortable. I think they're figuring out a rhythm, and like that's the thing. Like something I said in this off season is that like it's hard to bet against certain teams because of how well coached they are, and the Ravens are that team. Like I'm so eternally jealous. If I just decided to be a Ravens fan instead of a Washington football fan, my life would be so much easier. My life would be fun. I would enjoy things, but I like to suffer. So, but it is what it is. I can't change who I am.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to be a Ravens fan after this Congress investigation of Washington goes down. I mean, the franchise might get disbanded, some are saying.
Really?
Some is me. But yeah.
I just want the sale of the team so we can start afresh. I mean, get rid of everybody. Everybody.
Ron.
Especially Ron. He's the first one out the door.
Well, him and Snyder, but fair.
Snyder, for sure. Snyder should be leading the charge out the fuck door. And then I think then we can really start to heal because this thing is so hard for any of the lapsed Washington football fans to really trust anything that organization tries to do positively. So, and if one bad thing happens, one PR thing happens, and it's just like, oh, same thing. What's new? So it's just like we have a lot of trauma. Our Washington fans have a lot of trauma for what we've done. This organization has done since 1992 or 96, I think, since Snyder bought the team. So, yeah, it's been tough. It's been real tough. But I don't know, like, Joe Burrow's definitely playing past my expectations. Like, I don't even say I had bad expectations for him, but, like, it was that big doubt if was he even going to start the season. But he started the season. He's taken some big hits, but he's been playing. He played the Packers tough. Like, they could have won that game. So, I mean, they are a lot better team. Are they good enough to win that division? I don't think so. I think the Ravens are going to win this division. Steelers are out of it. Which is like, but even still, are they though? Because I mean, Mike Tomlin is a guy like you can't. He's one of those coaches that like I can't count out. At least they'll.
The only way this team gets better is if they upgrade at quarterback. And how are they going to do that? Sign Cam?
Cam? Trade?
Trade for who? Deshaun?
Listen, I'm just going to say this.
They already got one quarterback who has some allegations.
There you go. That's what you literally took the words right out of my mouth. So, like, I don't know. But that's a game I'm interested to see because I think this will be a tall tale task of, like, who's really got that early grip in the AFC. I think this is a real big test. Like, I know they were talking a lot about like, a big test of beating the Packers last week, but they played them tough. So I think if they can get a victory somehow over the Ravens this weekend, I would really take the Bengals serious.
I would too, but I don't think they're going to get this victory. Here's one thing. With the trade deadline coming up and a lot of teams unsatisfied with their current quarterbacks, do you think somebody trades for Gardner Minshew?
I mean, It depends because, I mean, the Eagles so freshly came off making that trade. It just depends on how attached they are to Jalen Hurts.
I mean, yeah, but they only gave up what, like a 6th round pick for him?
Yeah. So I mean, you got to get
if somebody offers like a 4th, why would you not do that? That's
unless you see him starting later in the season.
Yeah, that would be the only reason why.
But how about this? You know who just got activated off of IR?
Who?
Marcus Mariota.
Ooh.
You know, and now that Mike Mayock, I mean, you can really kind of see what's gonna, because like the Raiders are, I would say, in flux right now, but it's like, what's the direction? Like, I mean, you can see honestly a rebuild or a retool now that Gruden's going, which is a blessing in disguise because I mean, you talk to this man for the next 6 years, a guy who's just so inconsistent with his personnel. And his emails. So it's just like, I don't know, like what were you really going to do? Like they had talent, but they just didn't. I don't know. It was just weird. They just changed their minds on him, whether they were in on him or not. Fuck, come on, Tim. If you would have gave me that catch, you would have gave me all the points I needed from you this week. Gosh.
Sorry, I'm having trouble.
But what were we just
a bad throw.
Oh, yeah, quarterbacks. I mean, you can see Marcus Mariota. You can see Gardner Minshew. Jesus, Teddy.
That's like it. That's all I really see teams trading for.
Drew Lock.
That's an interesting one. Who trades for him, though?
I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like, because Drew Lock is not he's a flyer guy. You just take a flyer on him and see. You know, it gotta be like I can see like when Washington was talking about the Drew Lock stuff. I can see Washington doing that, giving up like a 5th round pick or something like that, and nothing too crazy. Just to see if he can provide some spark, if he can pick up the offense.
He definitely got a bigger arm than Kyle Allen or Taylor Heineke.
Oh, for sure. And I like that. He has a little bit of gunslinger in him too, which I like. He got the swag, of course. It'd be interesting. I think because Drew Lock was a 2nd round quarterback. This is his 3rd year. So he has 1 more year left on his deal. Cortland set the ball here. Now we got a game now.
I needed that to be Melvin, though. Freaking Javonte.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else either. I mean, what about? I mean, you can also see Cam Newton get signed. What about Tyrod Taylor?
Is he healthy right now?
I don't even know if he's healthy, but like if he gets healthy, like, do you trade him? Because I think they're starting to like what Davis Mills is doing. Like, I feel like you can. Yeah, the Tyrod Taylor curse, really. But like Tyrod was playing really well when he was healthy.
You know what? The Broncos should have traded for or signed Tyrod Taylor instead of trading for Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, Tyrod is actually good.
Well, that, but also if he brings the Tyrod curse with him, he makes Drew Lock good.
That is also true.
It's a win-win, and you save the 6th round draft pick or whatever you gave up for Teddy.
That's almost with Fitzpatrick, but we just didn't get the right backup.
Correct. Should have signed Tyrod.
Should have,
but Ron Rivera won't sign him because
he's not good. Like he's not a really smart decision maker, right? So like this is why I've been so happy lately because I sent you the video of Brian Mitchell going in on Ron Rivera. And it's because the comments that he makes in his press conferences when he's just like when he released Dustin Hopkins, right? Yeah, so I made this decision alone to it was a feeling to just to cut Dustin Hopkins. What? Like, yes, Dustin Hopkins has been shaky in preseason. If you would have done it then, okay, fine. But he actually has only missed like 2 kicks all year. Like, he's actually been pretty good. So then it's like, now you make it for Blewett, who has no experience kicking.
He did beat Clemson with a walk-off field goal.
Dude, this man was
16.
He had like, that was the last time he kicked.
Deshaun Watson.
That was the last time he kicked. He had 69% accuracy.
Did Ron Rivera ever beat Deshaun Watson? I don't think so.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson trying to beat the case pretty soon, man.
I mean, he's trying. He got 22 to beat, though. That's tough.
That is tough. So, yeah, I don't know. That's something to watch, especially with the deadline coming up. What's a game that you're interested in this week?
I got 2 games. It's Falcons and Dolphins and Eagles and Raiders because of Deshaun Watson. Like, if these teams lose with the trade deadline, I'm tired. Right. Forgive me. Coming up, and both these teams trending in the wrong direction, do they pull the trigger on a Deshaun Watson trade or not? Like, does Deshaun Watson even get traded? Does he play football again this year or ever?
Good point. I think that's what's holding it up is like, does he quit? Because that's the thing too. I think a lot of teams, or what I've heard was that they're trying to get that fail-safe clause to where it's like,
aren't going to give him that though.
Yeah,
and that's why no team wants to give up what the Texans want for him. Because like even with all the allegations, the team will be like, "Yeah, we'll give you a 5th for him."
For sure.
But the Texans obviously aren't going to do that. They still say no. They want their 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a player.
Yeah, that's dumb. If anything, you get 2 seconds, and that's pushing it.
1 second might be pushing it with. I mean, he got 2 seconds amount of cases. He got 22.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How about this though? How about this? So those you mentioned those 4 teams, right? But what about the Cleveland Browns? I mean, Case Keenum's playing fine now, right? But if this team really has that Super Bowl or bust mentality, could they be like? They do have enough capital, if I'm not mistaken.
Baker, 2 firsts and 2 seconds. If
maybe just like maybe not Deshaun Watson, right? But like,
no, I think if he was cleared, like this is settled, like I think the Browns would do that.
Like the Browns would be great. What about? I mean, Tyrod could go back. What if they make a trade for Tyrod? I don't think he would want to go back there actually. But here's a name that could, like, I don't know why this is just sticking with me. It could be completely dumb, but it also could be vindicative of the situation going there. What about Derek Carr? Because Derek Carr, like yes, he was the guy. He was Gruden's guy. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, if Derek Carr gets traded, that tells us how much power Mike Mayock has going forward. Like, Mike Mayock either has the rest of his deal or the rest of this year. And that's it.
That's true. They could be doing all or nothing.
So if you give Mike Mayock that power to make that trade, then you're like, okay, they're going to let him play out his contract. If they don't and they keep Carr, that means they're holding him to let the next coach see what they have in Carr, see if they like Carr, see if they want to keep him or if they want to bring in their own guy.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But
because I would come calling, honestly. If I was the Browns, Derek Carr on the Browns team makes them over the top. Even Marcus Mariota.
What would you take? What would the Browns have to give you if you're the Raiders to give up Carr?
To give up Carr, I mean,
Stars
I gotta at least get a first, at least, because he is a top 10 quarterback. He's been playing like a top 10 quarterback. Early on, he was an MVP. He was like playing MVP caliber football. Dang, is that Jarvis again?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, is he hurt?
I think so. I can't tell what it was, though. I just saw him hunched over.
I think maybe his hamstring. He got tackled and like his legs got caught under him. Ooh,
I would say a first.
That's not good.
A first and a fourth.
I mean, you have to give a Baker too in this.
Yeah, I'll take Baker.
Baker and a first. Do you think the Browns would give up Baker and a first?
I think they will definitely give up Baker. The first and Baker might be it might be Baker in the second.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would be like best case for the Raiders.
Here's another interesting name, right? Because they were trying. I think this is something that long game that 49ers are trying to play this season. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G stinks, man. Nobody's trading for that, man.
But I'm saying the 49ers were trying. That was their goal this year, was to rebuild his stock.
They haven't gone well. He still stinks.
Yeah, because he just keeps getting hurt. So, but I don't know if anybody's interested in him still. I mean, there was the Tua question. It has the Dolphins giving up on Tua. Yeah, I don't know. I think
they've given up on Tua, but I also think
they're just really opportunist. Their GM is like always trying to find. I think that's too. It's like I don't know. There's like they're always looking at these different deals, but they keep self-sabotaging Tua. Like,
well, yeah, this GM is like fighting for his job right now. That's the only reason why he's considering trading for Deshaun, is because if he doesn't trade for Deshaun and they finish this season, they're 2-4 right now.
Yeah.
So if they finish 6-11, and that top 6 pick or whatever they end up getting goes to the Eagles because they traded it away to trade up for Jalen Waddle. Yeah, he's gonna get fired. Like, you can't go like 5-12 or whatever they're gonna go this year, 4-11, 6-11, and not have that pick. Like, you can't give away that pick if you're gonna be that bad.
Yeah,
and they gave that pick away. So they need either the 49ers to fall off completely and let the 49ers pick be like a top 8 or so pick, or they need to turn around and start winning games and go like at least 9-8. They need to go at least 500 for him to keep his job.
Yeah, I mean I think the big move that really fucked them over was releasing Van Noy. I think that was really the move that really fucked their offseason. Besides the draft. Because like Van Noy was really a key piece in that defense, a vocal leader after 1 year. And he was kind of that guy who and they're struggling at the position that he played. You know, and that defense was really good last year. A lot of I think they have like a consecutive turnover record right now. Well, it's just the offense just can't produce anything.
They also got themselves into trouble by signing Byron Jones to the contract they signed him to, because that pissed off Xavier Howard. And Kyle and I were talking about this a little bit earlier. But yeah, like that was the catalyst to Xavier Howard like wanting a trade, wanting a new contract, all that.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would have been fine with other people getting paid more than him, but he thinks he's the best corner in the NFL, and he wants to be the top paid corner in the NFL, obviously. He's okay with not being the number one paid corner in the NFL, but he can't be the number 2 paid corner on his own team.
For sure.
So he said, "You're gonna give Byron Jones this money. Y'all didn't give me that money. So y'all better give me that money or give me a trade to somebody who will."
Facts. Howard just had 10 interceptions last year.
Yeah, and I mean he just signed that contract too. So he still got 3 years on it, I think.
That should be an interesting situation. And now they're losing, so that doesn't even feel better anyway. Like, get me out.
Correct.
You could also be
they drafted a first-round corner last year, Noah Igbenogany.
Yeah.
From Auburn. They have Byron Jones still. They cut Bobby McCain too. Bobby McCain and Kyle Van Noy were both like vocal leaders in that on that defense.
Yeah, they're those guys they considered cap casualties because of the the slight dip in the pay or what is it, salary cap, just bad decisions. They're gonna try to rework some deals. But I mean, I could see Xavier Howard being part of one of the trades. If the offensive
like if the Dolphins do make a trade for Deshaun, like they have to trade at least one of Tua and Xavier Howard.
Oh, for sure. And I'm taking
Texans don't want Tua though. So they would have to trade Tua to a third team and trade those picks and Xavier Howard to the Texans. And I'm not even really sure the Texans want Xavier Howard. They might not. So they might have to find a third and a fourth team to trade Xavier and Deshaun to, 2 separate teams, get 2 separate trade packages, and then trade both of those trade packages to the Texans for Deshaun.
Well, that's highly unlikely. NFL don't get that crazy.
Yeah, really don't. That's some NBA trade stuff, but that's what the Dolphins would have to do if they want Deshaun. But lately it's been sounding like maybe they don't want him. No, why did he go down? There's a flag anyway.
He has 153 all-purpose yards tonight.
I needed that second touchdown. That's what I needed. This man out here being a cerebral football player. You're a running back. You're not supposed to be smart. There's probably a hold though. Anyway.
There you go. Boom. First down. That's game. That is game. This is what I want. I want Vic Fangio or Mike Zimmer to get fired. I want Jack Del Rio to get fired.
I want both.
And I would take both of them. One of them as our D coordinator. If I run, I don't want to hesitate.
If Zimmer gets fired, he might retire.
Yeah, he's kind of old. I want Vic, but Vic is old too.
You'd have to give them as your head coach because Ron Rivera stinks.
He does suck.
But, you could also sign Eric B.
It looked like Vic tried to kiss Kevin Stefanski. Just did. They didn't know which side he was going to talk to in his ear, so they kind of got stuck in the middle. That's hilarious. I think we get the thing is, realistically, we probably get 2 more years with Ron. I think he gets fired after his 4th year.
True.
Which is going to be a shame because of the fact that we're going to literally blow up. We gave somebody the keys to a super young nucleus. And into I won't even say a Super Bowl era, but we have a team that with a young nucleus that's talented. We have opportunities to grow that. We just don't have a coach that is into teaching and game planning. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah. You can win with the motivator if he hires good coordinators.
You gotta hire good teachers.
But yeah, if you're a motivator head coach, you have to have good teachers for your position coaches and coordinators.
Like, who's your D coordinator?
Phil Snow.
Phil Snow is a great teacher because he's been developing your guys, and you see the depth that you have at your the corner position, and just seeing him in person, actually coach him up, especially he has he was coaching up pretty pretty good at the DBs. So it's you want someone who can grow because that's what you needed. You had a young Lucas when he came in here, and Ron is oh, we got a pretty young team. This is pretty cool. I never had a young team like this before. And he just, the comments I was going back to earlier was, I like our guys. I like what we're doing. I like our scheme. It's fine. We're just not, executing. Obviously, the scheme's not working. And I think those are the comments that are the media starting to get mad at. Like Brian Mitchell, I love that man. I'm going to definitely watch more of him and JP Finley's their podcast whenever I can. But he tells it how it is, and someone is finally catching on. That honeymoon phase for Ron Rivera is over, and I'm glad because we won games last year. People and Ron we trust. I trust what Ron is doing. No, I never trusted what he was doing because listening to you, knowing people who've dealt with him, I didn't want him to the beginning. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's gonna bring because people I respect him. Look, and people show this one clip when he's talking shit to his players in the halftime, motivating. This is a guy I want. And this is my biggest gripe. And I haven't said this on air before, but as Washington football fans, we've been in an abusive relationship for so long, right? So we think we see an ass and trash all our life, but as soon as we get something that's average, if that. Just better than what we had before. We think this is the greatest thing on earth, but it's not. It is better than what we had, maybe, but it's not what it should be. It's not normal. And so, Ron Rivera is going to be a transitional coach for us for sure. He's going to be the guy that's going to get stuff. He's going to have to deal with the shit. Honestly, he's probably going to get the short end of the stick because of the fact he's the guy that's going to get dealt with the shit until Snyder is forced to sell, the new name happens, all of that, and then he's going to get fired in about 2 or 3 years, and then the next guy is going to be, set up for more success, hopefully. So,
yeah, I think the problem Ron Rivera has is the same problem Carolina has: is you're trying to move ahead too fast. No coach and no franchise wants to say, yes, we're rebuilding. But sometimes you have to rebuild. You can't just go straight up from being trash to contending. There's going to be some growing pains there. So some of the moves the Panthers have made, signing Teddy Bridgewater, trading for Sam Darnold, those aren't moves rebuilding teams make. And the Panthers made those moves because they don't think they're a rebuilding team. Ron Rivera thought he could just bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heinicke, Kyle Allen, whatever quarterback. He didn't think it would matter because he thinks he's going to have the best defense in the league and the best running attack in the league.
He was smelling himself too much last year. He's we made the playoffs last year, and we're a young team, so we're going to be even older, and then we're going to be even better. But it's you're still doing the same shit that you did last year when we were a 6-10 team. Well, I don't know. Were we 6-10 or 7-9? A lot of people keep saying we were 7-9. Unless I fell asleep during some games. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we were 6-10 last year.
Did you have a tie? Were you 6-9-1?
I don't think so. We were? Wait a minute. Were we 7-9 last year?
Yeah, you were 7-9.
Why the hell did I think we were 6-10?
Because you probably should have lost one of the games you won.
Fuck, damn, we were 7-9. Okay, that fucks me up all the way. So 7-9 teams, so 7 wins. Are we going to even get 7 wins this year? Probably not. I mean, the thing is, if Ryan Fitzpatrick comes back in about, let's say 3 weeks, he's about, he's in that ballpark to get off IR pretty soon. Does that make us better?
Can't make you worse.
That's true. And the thing is, too, we're also depleted at wide receiver. We haven't been able to see what Curtis can do for us in the system.
Because your head trainer is a criminal. It's just like, oh, your hamstring hurts, your groin hurts. Pop some of these.
I got that good for the low.
Every prescription is signed by Ronald Rivera, MD.
So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of intrigue with this team that we have had, but Diame's coming along slowly. I'm glad he's been able to play. He missed a couple, but he's starting to play a little bit. I don't know. This team is interesting. We'll see what happens. We play the Packers this week. We're probably going to get assassinated by Aaron Rodgers. He's going to cook. He's going to freaking cook us.
Correct.
So, and next week we got a chance to finally win a game against Denver.
Oh, Denver.
We shall see, but it's in Denver, so I'm not excited for that game. But I mean, that's going to give us the best chance, and possibly we could get Fitzpatrick back that week too.
Drew Lock's going to cook you.
Hey, let Drew Lock cook us, and let's make the trade right before the deadline. All right, yeah, let's who you guys play this week?
I should know this.
The Giants.
That's right. James Bradbury revenge game.
Ooh, that is true. I mean, this Giants team is depleted with injuries right now.
Oh yeah. No Kadarius Toney.
As a head coach in New York, how much pressure?
But what is something that you want to see from Sam Darnold? Because the last 2 games he hasn't looked great.
I want to see him and Robbie Anderson develop rapport because they do not have it.
He must have had a falling out or something.
Robbie never wanted to play with him. Like, he left New York and he was talking about Teddy, and he was like, yeah, it's nice to play with a real quarterback for the first time in my career. Like, that was like his introductory press conference.
Sheesh.
So he did not like Sam Darnold, and then we traded for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold's not good. So they don't like each other. They don't have chemistry. They need DJ Moore to be able to do something so teams won't just bracket DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to see him connect on at least one vertical shot to Robbie Anderson. And I want to see, like, I don't know, like 6 catches on like 9 targets or less for Robbie. Like, I don't want to see him have 11 targets for 3 catches again. That's trash.
It is. Do you see a difference in the games that are calling, or is it just you see Sam Darnold? I haven't really been watching the Panthers games. So is it do you see, like, is it a play calling thing or is it execution thing? Do you see what the difference is? I mean, he's 7 for 7 right now. 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So definitely turning the ball over a little bit more.
I mean, some it's the play calling, some it's bad decision making. Like the pick to open the game last week was just the ball shouldn't have been thrown. Bad throw. Some he's getting pressured because our offensive line isn't great. And some he's just trying to do too much because we're losing. But yeah, he just needs to calm down. I don't know. This is why I got mad that the Panthers were trying to make him like this check down guy, like Teddy last year. Like they want a game manager, but you can't. This team isn't good enough to win with a game manager. So you need a guy to take a shot. We need like a Jameis season last year. Go 30 for 30. I don't care. Throw those 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Darnold's he's got 7 for 7. He's got that same percentage, but he's not throwing that many touchdowns. Go downfield.
I mean, right now, I guess he's on pace to throw for more than Teddy, right? Teddy had 12.
Teddy had like 13, I think. Teddy stunk also, but
so he's halfway there.
Teddy only had like 7 picks the whole season, though. I think he had like 8 fumbles lost. So
Right.
yeah, and Darnold's had a couple fumbles also. So I don't know. I just need him. If you're gonna be conservative and not throwing the ball downfield, I need no turnovers. Like the only reason you should be having turnovers is because you're holding on to the ball too long because you're trying to hit that vertical shot, or you're throwing a pick because you're trying to hit that deep shot. I can't have you only throwing check downs and getting strip sacked and throwing picks. And all you're throwing is 5-yard outs and slants and swing passes. That should not go fly with me.
I feel you. Do you feel like that's a product of the offensive line play, or is it more play calling?
Both.
Or maybe just
it's both and Sam Darnold. Like it's everything. Like the play calling has not been great. Joe Brady, the energy you had for Scott Turner, that's the energy I have for Joe Brady right now.
I love it.
He's like everybody keeps mentioning him for these head coaching jobs, and I'm like, for what? He's done nothing in the NFL.
Very good. It's like a fad. Like it really is a fad right now that like you want to get a young coach in there to like do his thing, but like why? Like the NFL is still copycat league. I gotta get me one of them. You know, and it's like, do you though? Like, be the person that starts the new trend. You know what I mean? Don't be the people who just trying to follow.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what the Panthers try to do. They hired Matt Rule, who's the program builder. He's this developer of players and men. Dude stinks. He stinks.
Yeah.
Phil Snow is an excellent defensive coordinator. This dynamic kind of reminds me of Ron Rivera and Sean McDermott.
You think Snow gets head coaching opportunity? He's kind of old. I don't know if he.
That's why I don't think it'll happen that way because Phil Snow is way older than Matt Rule. But it's the same dynamic there, where like it's the head coach is getting credit for something he's not really participating in.
Right.
But yeah, if Snow were to leave, like this defense would probably fall apart. Just because Rule doesn't know how to coach up the defense.
What's that DB coach you guys are grooming to be the next DC?
I forget his name, but like he was heavily involved in the draft. Like he was in the war room. Is it Brandon something? Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Is Chase Keenum Kevin Stefanski's like secret weapon?
He might be. Evan Cooper.
Wait, is this Baker Mayfield's 4th or 5th year in the league?
4th.
Should be very interesting.
I think, or is it his 5th?
I forget if they picked up his 5th year or not. I think they did.
Yeah, this is his 4th year. Yeah. I don't think they should re-sign him, though.
Imagine if they go out. I feel like Derek Carr would be a great fit in Cleveland.
I actually really like that.
Because I think that combination would be great. You'll probably get rid of Odell.
Or if they want to go cheap. I mean, Odell looked pretty good tonight before he got hurt, actually. Go ahead and sign Cam Newton. Can you imagine trying to stop I was going to say a 3-headed rushing attack of Cam Newton, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt, but we can go ahead and make it a 4-headed running attack after that performance by my man's D'Ernest Johnson. 22 carries for 144 yards and a tutty.
That would be pretty electric, especially getting Odell and like Cam like clicking and just think of their chemistry and their like.
Oh, they have it already. They practiced together for like 2 summers. And when he requested that trade from the Giants, there were a lot of Panthers fans who thought we were going to trade for him.
Well, I'm just talking more of just like Cam's personality, Odell's personality. That's must-see TV. You want to see Cleveland get more primetime games, more money for them.
Oh, yeah.
So
I would love to see that. Especially the Browns have a good offensive line. Cam would have good offensive line and good weapons for the first time ever in his career. And a good defense. Like Cam, obviously he's not in his prime anymore, but this would be like the perfect place to see what he can still do. Like,
for sure.
The Browns are going to pay Baker all this money just because they're the Browns and they have nothing else at quarterback. Just bring in Cam for like the league minimum if you would sign it. I don't think it's going to cost a lot. He signed for like $2 million with the Patriots. Well, the first year he was like $7 million this year or something. But he's unsigned. He is vaccinated now. I think he'd be willing to sign for less, especially on a contender like the Browns or a potential contender, and show what he can do and try to win. Like, what's the downside?
I mean, he's definitely better than Case.
Right, he's better than Keenum. The downside is, I guess he's good and Baker feels threatened. But okay, then you trade Baker. Or trade Cam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, you only sign him for the 1 year. Like, he's only here for the next 10 games. So, like, you don't even need to trade him. You used to be like, yeah, Baker's still our guy going forward, but Cam gives us our best chance to win now. We're going to let Baker recover fully from his shoulder surgery, which is what the Panthers should have said when Cam hurt his shoulder. But no. Ron Rivera, Ryan Vermillion were like, nope.
He's good. Pop a couple of these.
He said he can play, so he must be fine.
Yeah.
I ruined that man's career. I ran him into the ground.
Sure did. But all right, let's wrap this up and let's go to bed.
Yes, I'm super tired.
Tomorrow's Friday. Super excited. Thank you guys for joining us. Watch along. If you're watching this on replay, be sure to follow us and subscribe here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those social medias help support our channel. We greatly appreciate it. Tell your friends about us, and possibly Sunday we'll have another watch along. We'll come hang out and watch some football, talk some trash as we always do. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you down the road.
It's time to go!
Peace out, everybody.